All right. I just had to get it out. Sorry. Had to get it out.
Welcome to the After Party Hangover Tripod Sessions. I am your host, Mangria Fueled, and this is a show that talks about a show that talks about a show. But where would I be without my other two legs of the tripod? It is Big Carpe. He is Julius _ Ceizar, as well as the third leg, the young, the Jewy, the Bretsky, the greatest Bretsky, 99. What is going on, guys?
Nothing much.
Chilling.
I'm still loving that intro.
We do have a
Yep. Great intro.
special guest with us, ladies and gentlemen. He is the number one host
Boo.
of all time, voted on by some terrorists in another country. He is still real after party Jake. What is going on, Jake? How you been doing?
Hey, a win's a win, baby.
Wait. Hold on. Time out. So you can only do your podcast once a month, but you can horn in on our shit whenever you feel like?
I was asked to be on this show for your information.
Well, seeing as though I'm 33% of this show, you were not asked by me to be on this show.
33% of the show.
Okay, you know what? I see how y'all fuckers are doing. I see how y'all are doing. Okay. All right.
Hey, I didn't
what?
do that. Hey, don't lump me into this. Hey, I didn't know about this.
It was the 33% that wasn't Bretsky. So
I said if Jake releases Bretsky from his cage, I'll have him on the podcast today, and he did.
Wait, is that official? I'm free?
You're free.
Oh, just for today, just for now.
Oh,
You know what? This sounds like some fuck shit. So that means this show is off to a great start because that's all this show is about. It's some damn near fuck shit certified by Snyder's.
Sponsored.
That's all I'm saying.
I gotta work on that shirt. I'm working on it.
Let's kick it off with some news and rumors. First of all, news.
All right.
Hooray! Drew Gulak re-signs with WWE. The money issue has been resolved. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you happy? Do you think he should have went elsewhere?
I saw it yesterday, and I was just like, okay. That's it.
I'm happy about it, personally. I mean, he was in a storyline, and he was with Daniel Bryan, so, keep it going.
So
I'm pretty much impartial on the situation.
Should he stay on SmackDown, in your opinion?
Yeah, he should stay.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why? Yeah, why move? Yeah, you don't need to move.
Jake, any thoughts?
I liked what he was doing with Daniel Bryan, so I say keep that going. I don't know what they're gonna do next, but keep it up until maybe they turn on each other again or whatever. But do something. But keep that tandem together for sure.
Well, if that final match they had on SmackDown was any news for the future, I really hope they get together and do that again. Or if he goes to Raw, maybe he can get squashed by Drew Gulak 5,000 times. Who knows?
Drew McIntyre?
He's going to get squashed by himself?
He's going
to squash himself in the ring? Yeah.
Hey, man.
He'll just wrestle John Cena. You can't see him anyway.
It's 108.
There's so many
Exactly.
My brain is fried. It's 108 degrees over here. Well,
Holy fucking shit.
Speaking of SmackDown.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Both.
It's California. It's dry heat. It's not like it's not humidity, Bretsky. It's not like over here with us where it's like 98 and 100-degree humidity. It's like dry heat over there.
Nasty
I don't believe that.
crap over here.
Busting out when it's humid over here.
Yeah, fuck that West Coast heat. Shit ain't real.
Speaking of SmackDown, Matt Riddle has been rumored to go to SmackDown. He was the only thing keeping him off Raw. The rumor is that Brock Lesnar, because he's a Raw superstar. Because Paul Heyman,
but he's never there.
Paul Heyman is really big on Matt Riddle, but the whole Brock Lesnar feud is probably the reason why he's starting out on SmackDown first. What do you guys think about that?
I ain't seen Brock since April, and I don't expect to see Brock until fans come back. So
yeah, you don't get the fat paycheck until there's
like
people.
7 times a year anyway. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna.
Brock's only a pay-per-view.
There could be some good feuds. I'm sure that him and Cesaro or them will feud at some point. Him and Corbin will feud at some point. So that'll be entertaining.
Yeah,
him and Sheamus will be good.
Good time.
Oh yeah, him and Sheamus will be good. Him and Nakamura, all these guys.
Yeah, him and AJ, and then him and Roman when he comes back. I mean, it'll be great for him on SmackDown. There's a lot of great talent.
Did you say Otis?
I absolutely did say Otis.
Good.
He can take the briefcase. Yes, he could take the briefcase from Otis.
Oh God, that'd be interesting.
Well,
Riddle's briefcase should have a bunch of joints in it.
Yeah, Otis has sandwiches and Matt Riddle has just pot.
Has blunts and blonde. Yeah, everything in it.
Yeah, a couple of cookies in there, some chips.
Yeah, some gummies. Yeah.
He's got the munchies.
this past week's Dynamite showed HBO advertised on the announcer's desk, and I guess it's
Wait,
rumored
really?
that
Yeah, it was on the
AEW
ring post too.
will be on HBO.
Wait, really? I watched it. They didn't mention it once. Wow, really?
Oh, okay. He's
I didn't see it. Yeah.
The news article I got was from WrestlingNews.co saying in
the
January,
fake news.
Okay.
in January,
Oh, they couldn't even afford the M. Okay.
in January, Turner president Kevin Riley said that Dark is going to be on HBO. Dark would be readapted for TNT with some behind-the-scenes and docu-follow material to tell stories about the wrestlers. TNT programming will be a part of HBO Max launch, and it has already launched. I do not have it. Do you fellas have HBO Max?
I have HBO, so I assume I have HBO Max.
Yeah, if you have an HBO Go like thing, you can get HBO Max. I haven't signed up to log into it yet, but I know I have HBO, so I have HBO Max. Yes, so I haven't like signed up or looked into it.
I'm waiting for the Schneider cut, man.
I don't remember if I have it, to be honest with you, because there was like some kind of college student deal where I got like Spotify Premium and Showtime and a bunch of that shit for like lower cost. So I might have HBO, but I'm not sure.
Nice.
Well, I deleted.
Can I go off on a non-wrestling related tangent real quick? Is that okay? I don't know how the show works. I never listened to it.
Go for it.
Hold on. Wait. First time on the show, and then you already derailing our shit, bro?
I've
like,
been
for
on
real?
the Hangover before.
No,
It's
this is
not
the
a hangover.
tripod, bitch. This is the tripod, no?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, it's different now. Anyway, so Brett, I'm kind of curious on how.
You really think you just call? You ain't even get an answer?
I'm kind of curious on how school has been for you with this whole COVID-19 deal.
Well, Jake, I'm glad you asked.
Thanks.
I mean, it's been whatever. It's easy to cheat, so that's good. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear nothing.
No, yeah, it's good. Like the teachers, I'm taking summer courses because I was like scheduled to get an internship, but that kind of won't happen. So I'm taking a summer class, just for the credit and whatever. But yeah, like the professors are like, yeah, we have no idea what the fuck's going on either. So just bear with us. And yeah, I mean, I got a good GPA after at last semester, so I mean, I'm doing well with it.
Good. All right, carry on with the wrestling. I'm all set.
Let's see.
You could have asked him this. You could have asked him this personally, like.
Oh yeah.
Not on the pod though.
It's fine.
The people want to know. The people want to know.
Everyone's got to know.
By the way,
he's got his own podcast. He could have said it there.
That's right. I forgot to mention.
It's called. What's it called, Brett? Drop it.
It's called the Faux Pod. It has been dropped officially now, Ceizar. We have released 4 episodes.
Yep.
1 episode each. Well, the first week that that I launched, we got 3 episodes on the day. But from now on, it'll be 1 episode per Wednesday. As of now. Yeah, it's just me, the Great Bretsky 99. Just kind of talking with a friend of mine for about like 45 minutes to an hour. It's about quarantine, the news, all that other bullshit. We got an Instagram that's at thefauxpod.cast, which, you can follow for all the news about the podcast and any other drops. So yeah, we just dropped our 4th episode this past Wednesday. Yeah, we hopefully you guys listen to it. Let me know what you think. So yeah, thank you, Ceizar, for allowing me the opportunity to drop that.
But do you have shirts yet?
Not yet. No. We don't support the idea of shirts. We don't like shirts.
Shame on you.
0 merch. But I'm pretty sure if it gains a following, you will be seeing Faux Pod shirts all over New Jersey.
I'll buy one.
True.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, Long
I don't
Island.
know if they make them that big. I don't know if they make them that big. Off the
Oh, on Spreadshirt they do. So I've already looked into it. Trust me, I own plenty of my own merchandise.
I can see Jake sits in the tub with a thing of ice cream just in his Mega Pounder with cheese shirt.
Hell yeah.
Chilling.
Actually, I don't own one of those.
Chilling hard.
Hey, if showering with your Mega Pounder shirt on is wrong, I don't want to be right.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Well,
Got it.
Bretsky, do you have what I asked you? Do you have it loaded and ready to go?
Oh, God.
I absolutely do, my friend.
Okay, then, ladies and gentlemen, brand new segment on the After Party Hangover Tripod Sessions. It's dun-dun-dun-dun, Brett's Jake's Joke of the Week.
Oh, yes.
Go for it, Brett.
I love it.
So, I have a question for all of you gentlemen.
Yeah.
My question is, do you know what to do when you get cold?
No, what do you do?
Just go stand in the corner of a room. It's 90 degrees.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I love it. That's so good. Oh.
You dropped Hail Ceizar for this shit?
I gotta know.
Seriously, you dropped Hail Ceizar for this shit.
I gotta know if that was
kid,
planned before I was gonna be on this.
Listen, kid, you'll get your chance. You'll get your chance one day, Ceizar. Just let the big boys play for now.
Please, I had my chance. He replaced me with this crack of shit, and it's obviously worse.
It's so good though.
Well, you guys ready to go over?
Please. People wrote in for Hail Ceizar. You had to just pick that out of some godforsaken worst part of the internet. Yes, we're ready. We all got notes. Let's go, Mangria. Let's talk about some wrestling.
I love how Ceizar reacts to the dad jokes just like Zenka did.
Yeah, that was
someone's got to do it. I'm not there to tell him. So.
In Mangria's message to me, that was the one reason he wanted me to do it. He's like, hey, you want to do a dad joke? I'm like, yeah, sure, I don't mind doing that. He goes, oh, I'll make sure that Ceizar hears, so he'll be pissed to you.
Hey, we got
that part is I was gonna bring up Hail Ceizar to Mangria and then maybe try to get Bretsky's brilliance, some Bretsky's 2 cents of brilliance or some shit. I just hadn't figured out the wording and get you on so that you could wax poetic about something that we bring up and get your brilliance out to the streets. But you want to go with dad jokes. I was going to have my rant from an ignorant drunk man and you have your smart rant. But no, you ruined it with brilliance and I'm glad I didn't bring it up, you fuck. Oh, God, I hate all of you. I hate every person on this podcast right now.
Oh,
Saturday.
Good. Excellent.
Was double or
That's the best reaction.
And Ceizar and I know for sure, decked out the dollars to watch AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. The pre-show kicks off with Best Friends versus...
Well, hold on. Time out. The government paid because, I was unemployed getting unemployment. So the government bought Double or Nothing for me to watch.
Nice.
But yes, I did shell out the dollars. Yes, you're right.
What did you guys think of this matchup?
I said I watched it on YouTube.
Bro, that was tough. Ceizar, you sent me some links, and when I went on, I was about to watch, and they just were like, "Yeah, no, but they got canceled." So I just look it up again, get a whole bunch of different keywords. Finally, I found one. Thank God.
Well,
the life of being a crook is tough, man.
It's real tough. Real tough.
Does anyone want to kick off with their notes on this match?
Yeah, I could read mine real quick.
Go for it.
Whoa, Jake took notes and watched.
Whoa!
All right,
you watched the paper?
Right.
You watched the paper?
Here are my notes.
Hold on, you watched the paper?
Here are my notes. No. Okay, carry on.
There.
Yeah, that's about right.
Well, Ceizar, kick this off, man.
All right, so when I was first watching, I was like, the reels in the background look good, and I thought it was a good distraction to the ring. I also thought since there were reels and it was Double or Nothing, maybe something would happen when 3 of something would pull up on the reels, but that never did. So I was kind of disappointed. But I thought Trent did a good job selling, and I thought the Crime Time finisher was a good way to they started with the rest in peace Chad, and then the crime time finisher, that private party hit. I thought that was a good tribute to Trad. I'm fucking drunk, as always.
Shocker.
Yeah, who knows? So I did think that Best Friends deserved to be the number one contenders because, like, during Corona, when not everybody could come down, they were holding it down, like, from the tag team division and even singles matches, they were even holding it down to fill the time. So I was like, if they're going to be a tag team or at least a 3-team with Orange Cassidy there, and like AEW, the 3-team matches in their tag teams, they want to promote tag team wrestling. So I thought it was they deserved it and deserved the win. I thought it was a good match.
Well, Bretsky, do you agree? And what notes did you take on this matchup?
I didn't take a lot of notes on this. I just watched it probably 2 hours ago, but I didn't take too many notes on it because the thing I liked about this, but it's like there wasn't too much notable about it. Like there wasn't like a holy shit spot really, but it was a good tag team wrestling match where I like there's not like usually like the rest of my notes I took throughout the show were more like, oh shit, that thing was cool, that thing was funny, but yeah, like I like this a lot. It was a good pre-show match, I guess, or a good pre-show / opening match. The one thing that pissed me off, and I know Ceizar's probably annoyed by this, is the fact that it's a number one contenders match when they were number one contenders. If they have it's the same thing as Ceizar's been saying. If they have the rankings, stick to the rankings. Don't have these random number one contenders matches. So yeah, I mean, I like this a lot. There wasn't anything notable. There wasn't anything super memorable other than the G9, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah, same here about the note taking. I just wrote a couple lines. Oh shit! Look, we got the visuals now.
Oh,
one half of the SRAP Best Friends himself, Jake.
Oh, God.
I heard someone talking about Best Friends.
Well, you have to be excited about this. The Best Friends did win. The few notes that I did take is that they panned up to the dangling poker chip, which finally answered the question that we had on last week's podcast of what the hell they're going to do. Is it going to be a briefcase, a poker chip? How are they going to put the poker chip there? Well, it was answered during the pre-show. And like you guys said, the private party hit the G9, the homage to Crime Time and Chad. The Best Friends, they win clean for the number one contendership for the tag team championships. Now, Jake, we do something different here on the tripod. Okay. We do pretzel ratings because Brett called us drunks, and he's not wrong. And he suggested that we cow down on some Snyder's pretzels to sober up because I was stumbling.
Yeah, me and Brett's here the sober side of this podcast right now.
Because I was stumbling all over my words the other day. So, Ceizar, what is your pretzel rating for the pre-show match?
I gave it 4 in the salt.
Oh, nice.
I gave it 4 in the salt.
Oh, it's 1 out of 10, by the way, Jay. 1 out of 10.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 10.
Okay.
Oh, and can we explain the salt and shit?
Go ahead.
I mean, I assume it's
the same. Yeah, the salt is 0.5, and the mustard is 0.75. And the beer cheese is like match of the night.
Oh, all right.
So,
I like it. It's in depth. It's way more thought than we put into ours.
Yeah, so the beer cheese is like you give it a good rating, but you give it the beer cheese, so it's the match of the night.
Right.
So yeah, but I gave it 4 in the salt. I mean, like Bretsky said, it was a good tag match. Like for a tag match, it was really good. It was a little sloppy ending, I think. If I remember correctly, like the ending was a little sloppy thing, and we can get to AEW because like Private Party had a sloppy ending this week Wednesday as well. So that's just something they got to work out. But it's Rona, man. You're not wrestling every day. You're not making house shows. You're not making towns. So, but I thought it was a great tag match. Bretsky, what you got?
So I'm just gonna preface this with I watched this match last like a while, like a much separated from the actual Double or Nothing pay-per-view. So the rating I gave it is based on ratings that I gave on the actual pay-per-view. So I gave it 6 pretzels. Really because for the same reasons, but it's really only because there are matches that I ranked lower that I liked less, and I ranked lower than 6 on the main card. So that's why 6. But yeah, the same thing like I said earlier. Solid tag match. There were a couple of sloppy spots, but Trent selling the rib injury from the beginning was good. The G9 was good.
Yeah.
There were a lot of cool spots. So yeah, I got to go 6.
Well, like you guys said, it was a decent tag team match. I'm not as high as Bretsky was, maybe because it's so fresh on his mind when me and Ceizar had time to think about it. But I gave it a solid 4. It's a decent tag match. Great pre-show. Nice way to kick it off, especially the tribute. 4 pretzels by Mangria. Ceizar 4 in the salt. Bretsky with 6. Now the official show starts with the Casino Battle Royal ladder match.
Let me get this legal pad out so I can get all my notes.
Do it.
What a match. Holy shit, man. I don't know if you've seen clips of this, Jake, but this alone was worth it for the price of the pay-per-view. I loved it.
I have seen a couple things from it.
Well, give us your thoughts real quick so we can get our notes together.
I mean, overall, I want to go back to the first match. I didn't get to talk about it other than being Orange Cassidy. Just real quick, I talked about it in the exclusive Hall of Fame SRAP chat. I think the SRAP Best Friends as tag team champions, hopefully in the future, is going to be great. I think that's going to be so much fun if they do.
Yeah, SRAP Best Friends?
We don't talk about that here.
You don't
go here. You don't go here. We don't talk about that here.
The tongue. Oh man, we're gonna win those too. But I'm talking about the real best friends. They're gonna be so much fun as tag team champions, especially with Orange Cassidy if they freebird it and whatever. It's just gonna be a shit ton of fun with them. As far as the ladder match goes, that's what we're talking about, right? I kind of lost my train of thought.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Orange Cassidy is in that as well, which makes me like it. But yeah, I mean, from everything I saw, do we want to talk about the end already, or do you guys want to build up?
Yeah, no, go for it. Just give us all the thoughts.
No, you're nuts. Go ahead. No.
Okay. Basically, I think the surprise entry Brian Cage is incredible. I think that's a great person to bring in. He kind of had to win it for him to come in this way. But it's an interesting choice in the same way having Taz as his manager. But I feel like that guy can't talk. Taz can, and Cage can't. So I'm excited to see what they do going forward.
Well, Jake, how familiar?
So you're
with Cage? Have you seen all his past work?
Not really. I think I've seen a couple of his matches, but I couldn't tell you with who or in what company. So
okay,
he was in TNA, right? Last I knew.
I guess.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
I didn't even look him up. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't look him up.
Bretsky, what do you give this match, and what are your thoughts?
So I gave this match 7 pretzels with mustard.
Ooh. Damn.
Okay.
Fat score.
So I like this a lot. The only reason it didn't go as high is because there were a couple of noticeable botches. Like at the end when Cage wanted to, it was trying to put, I think, Darby on the ladder, but like he kept on falling, so he had to cut away and all that stuff. Like, especially for that at the end, kind of took away from it a little bit. But other than the botches, really, I loved a lot of the action that was in this. It was fast paced. It was fun. I liked the combination of like the Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble kind of thing. My first notes are love Orange Cassidy's pre-promo. A great sequence from SCU, and then Penelope Ford, Jesus Christ. So, I love this. I think Kip Sabian's the real standout from this match, because he did so much during it, and especially with like him being the only one to really take advantage of the no DQ, having Penelope Ford and Jimmy Havoc come out and help him. That was really cool. Darby Allin killed himself, which was always fun to watch.
He always does.
And just Orange Cassidy, like, being the laziest piece of shit in the world was the best. Like, him reaching up, like, not even wanting to get on the ladder, him piggybacking on Cage. All that was great. Man, there was a lot. Yeah, so like I say, I'm actually gonna, I'll give it an 8. I'll round up to 8. just because remembering it is making me more fond of it. So I'll give it 8 pretzels.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I was about to call you the Simon Cowell of AEW. You're being a little rough on it, but Ceizar,
it has been a while, but yeah, I like that a lot.
Ceizar, do you agree? And what's your rating?
Well, I guess you got to call me the sheriff. I gave it 6 in the mustard.
What?
Whoa.
I mean, no, it was a good match. It was a good match. It's honestly one of my highest graded matches besides the fucking Stampede match.
Wow.
I gave it 6 in the mustard. No, I thought the match was good. I mean, of course it's gonna be fuck shit. There's no rules. Kip Sabian brings I don't know what's that fucker's name? I don't know. My brain's not working.
Jimmy Havoc.
Focused on Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy Havoc was in the match. Penelope Ford got in the match. Like, so I was waiting, like with Orange Cassidy getting fucked up. I was waiting for the best friends to come out and like try to cheat for him. Like, because why not? If they're all best friends, even if they had a match, why wouldn't they run out?
Yeah.
I was waiting for even.
Well, they did it.
I was waiting for even. Well, yeah, at the end, but I mean, fucking Joey Havoc came out with Kip Sabian and was fucking people up in that fucking suit that Peter Wayne Kent should be wearing. Like, let's be honest. So my notes was Orange Cassidy had me weak because he came out and he was walking so slow, and JR was like, it might take him 2 minutes to get to the ring. And he came over and asked the announce table, how do you win a ladder match? Like, that shit had me weak. Like, he literally walked over to the announce table before the ring. Like, the time was ticking. And he was like, how do you win this? Like, seriously, what do you do? Like you can even hear it on the commentary. JR said, Orange Cassidy takes his time. He's never worked by the hour. He's never worked at Home Depot. That's why he doesn't know how to work a ladder. That shit got me.
That's in my notes.
Yeah, then fucking he took that DVD on dead ass Brian Cage on the chip after they all lifted and put the chip in the ladders over him. Thought that was fucking nasty. And yeah, Brian Cage, old beefcake ass, big ass. I mean, he basically was asleep the whole match. Like, for the winner, he came out, he did a couple power moves, then he got beat up by everybody, and they put all that shit on him so he could take a nap for 20 minutes, woke up, did 4 more minutes of work, and then won the match. So, I mean, it's 6 in the mustard, and he's new, but I don't know. This is what AEW does. New guys are getting opportunities while they got these guys from day one who aren't. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. That's just my opinion.
Well,
I'm just saying. I'm just one man.
Well, Jake, I don't know.
I give it 6 in the mustard.
I don't know if you're familiar with the rules of this Casino Battle Royal ladder match, but it was pretty unique how they were they started with 2 people. It was SCU, and then every 2 minutes someone else would come out. So that's why Brett said it was like a Royal Rumble as well. Were you familiar?
That's definitely an interesting concept. I figured it would just kind of be a normal ass ladder match, but there were also 9 fucking people in the match, so I guess it makes sense to kind of do it that way to not be overcrowded all the time.
Yeah.
But the rules were if you got the chip at any point, you won. So even if the chip was collected in the first 2 minutes, like between SCU, they would have won. One of them would have won.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, the other 6.
So yeah, actually it works against you for the longest you have to get in the match, technically.
Yeah. It was pretty unique, pretty cool ladder match. I myself gave it 8 pretzels to begin with. I was wowed out of my pants during this match. I had to rip my pants off. I was so entertained. I was so
little Angel Garza breakaways.
The breakaway came out.
What spot made you rip your pants off? Like, honestly, tell me.
Well,
what spot made you rip your pants off? Let me get the note.
We have Kazarian.
Yeah, read them shit.
Scorpio Sky were the first 2. Kip with Jimmy Havoc came out next. Darby Allin next. Darby crashes through ladder with ladder. Orange Cassidy came out next, like Ceizar said, asked the commentators how to win a fucking ladder match. God, I love those fucking details that AEW does when they, especially Orange. Do you think Orange Cassidy came up with that, or did they tell him to do that? Because that was
probably Orange.
I think he came up with it.
That was him. That was all.
I feel like he comes up with a lot of the weird shit he does.
I'm sorry, I did write big bitches can move. So yeah, fucking I think Brian Cage and Luchasaurus hooked up at one point, and I was like, these big bitches can move. I think I wrote that in my notes. Yeah.
And like you said, JR said he never worked at Home Depot, and he goes, ever. Like he emphasized it after that. Then Colt, his goofy ass came out next. Then Joey Janela. Then Luchasaurus. And then the big mystery revealed, Brian Cage, who I'm not familiar with, but that dude is jacked as shit. He comes out with Taz. It's funny because he was only a little bit taller than Taz. Is Brian Cage a midget?
He's a scary meathead.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a beefcake. That's what I wrote, beefcake.
he's a beefy boy for sure.
During the match, somebody yelled, and they didn't censor it. They probably did on the replays, but someone shouts, "Fucking motherfucker!" I don't, don't know why.
It was Joey Janela.
It was?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Joey Janela, because remember, we wrote this in the chat, because I thought he said cheating motherfucker, or something else like cucking motherfucker, or dumping motherfuckers, and you were like, no, he said fucking motherfuckers, and I rewound it later. And it was Joey Janela, because Joey Janela got like dumped on the ladder, and he was by Brian Cage, I think, and he was like, fucking motherfucker.
It was pretty fucking funny, man. And then, like you said, the poker chip was used on Cage. I love that too. That's pretty unique. You don't see the set pieces used as weapons that often. But Orange Cassidy trying to choke slam Luchasaurus was very funny.
Oh man.
Cage, he fucking power bombs Luchasaurus onto a ladder. Cage did win, and he goes and murders Darby. Well, that's how he won. He put him on the ladder, like Bretsky said, threw him onto the ladder on the outside. Like I said, 8 pretzels. I think the pants blowing off moment was what you said, Ceizar, how he got DVD'd onto the poker chip. I love that. Like, Cage was under there. You know he was protected by all that shit, but, I mean, just seeing someone DVD'd on top of that with knowing that Cage is underneath it, you're like, oh, shit, Cage is dead. But overall, I was very sports entertained. I love this ladder match. I still regret to this day not ordering Revolution. However, I was in LA. It was my wedding anniversary, and I met The Undertaker, so that was better than watching an AEW pay-per-view in my book.
That's what you pay for.
Very glad that I ordered Double or Nothing. It was totally worth it. Up next.
Okay, but hold on. My only gripe was that, like, it's literally a bunch of small guys, Luchasaurus and Brian Cage, and the big guy won. Like, if it was a bunch of small guys, kind of like all the same kind of size and shape, then it looks even. But like, it was some jacked up beefcake, Luchasaurus, and 7 small guys.
Tiny dudes.
Yes, like, so of course they would be throwing them the fuck around. Like, that's why I kind of like went lower. Don't get me wrong, it was a great match. But that's why I kind of go. Yeah, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had to go lower because it's like 6 spot monkeys, 2 big dudes, and a big dude won. So, like, you gotta like take that into consideration with the match.
The talent in that match, though, as they were revealing it, I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be fun as fuck.
Right, because like Darby's been on a roll, Darby's building up to shit. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, there's a lot of guys who've been there from the jump. Joey Janela, like, because remember, AEW rankings matter. So I'm taking that into fact. And Joey Janela didn't have a win the whole first year. Like, literally the whole first year. He went like 0-10.
Yeah,
they
say they matter, but they don't, really.
Yeah, like, it's on their website. They post it every week. He went 0-10. But he's supposed to be like some threat? No. Get the fuck out of here.
They mattered in the beginning. They mattered in like the first 3 months, and then they kind of oh fuck, we can't keep up with this.
Yeah, but they keep posting it every week, so I'm gonna check it.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, it's annoying, and it's the same kind of thing. Like that was another one of my problems. And we'll talk about it later when it comes to Dynamite. But like, why is MJF? I mean, I know we had a match, but why is MJF in a battle royal for the mid card title when they said right before it came out, he is now number 1 in the rankings? He's undefeated.
Number 1.
Like,
okay, but he's been undefeated all year, and then this is his first time being number 1 in the rankings.
I'm agreeing with you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah.
I think he should be next in line for Mox, but apparently that's not how it
goes. But honestly, honestly, he is, because he's number 1. Right. So when you're number 1, you're next in line for Mox, because that's what Cody was always number one, but he couldn't challenge for the title. So technically MJF is number one, so he could challenge for Mox's title. But does that mean he can also challenge for Cody's title? Because he's number one. So he could challenge for what? Both titles? Like, what the fuck is the point?
In the rankings, it shows both Cody and Mox. So it's interesting how they're going to be doing that.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, we have to get through the pay-per-view. I understand.
Yeah, true. So,
Mangria, please take us to the next match. Just had to get that off my chest.
Let me give my 2 cents back to why I rated this 8 pretzels is because it doesn't really matter the size of the competitor in a ladder match, for one, because anybody could really win. And in this matchup, all of these guys have different characters. Like, I was really excited about this match because of all the character work they did building up to this ladder match. For instance, Darby Allin and all his freaky videos with him on fire on the ladder. You knew he was going to go into this, and he could possibly win doing some crazy-ass shit. So I don't believe size really matters when it comes to a ladder match or any match, really, because look at Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar, or look at Rey Mysterio with Randy Orton, and, you know, the size doesn't really matter. It matters on how they execute the match, and, I mean, anybody can be anybody. We've been watching wrestling over 30 years. We know that anything can really happen in the ring. So the size difference doesn't really matter that much. And AEW is based on smaller guys. So the smaller guys outnumbered the bigger guys in this match. So I was just thinking.
But all the big guys have the title, though.
And I didn't really.
But all the big guys have the title.
Big guys were throwing guys around because that's what happens in a ladder match.
Okay, but all the big guys have the titles, though. You realize that, right?
Like
Mox, Cody.
Not a big guy. Mox is not
that big.
Mox is like
he's not jacked, but he's bigger than anybody else in that ladder match besides Luchasaurus and Brian Cage.
And
Mox is, Cody is, Kenny is, and Hangman is. The 4 of them are all bigger than any of those small guys in that match. And Murder Hawk definitely was, and he was in that match with Cody.
Yeah, they're basically all tiny cruiserweight fellas.
Brody Lee also was, and he's bigger than anybody in that ladder match.
Oh, he's a big guy, yeah.
I would say Brody's big. I would say Luchasaurus is big. Murder Hawk's big.
Wardlow's big. Real big.
Yeah, he's wide. I don't know if he's big.
He's pretty tall.
He's pretty tall.
Wardlow's big, man. Wardlow's big.
You know, I still can't believe how short Brian Cage looks. Am I seeing shit? Is he really that short? Because compared to
no. Brian Cage is short, but he's thick. He's like Chris Masterson, short but thick. He's thick.
He's a thick son.
Chris Masters.
Yeah, like. All right, so fine. Brian Cage versus Jungle Boy on size. Who you got?
Jungle Boy for his heart. Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy because he's fighting for his dad, his dead dad.
Yeah, no, look, we ain't bringing dead dads into this. Right? This is 90210. Get the fuck out of here. We ain't bringing dead.
All right, I won't bring up Natalia and her dead dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Natalia's dad died?
Yeah, dude, she's dead. He's dead. She's not dead. She's alive.
Sorry, Brett.
God, what is this, Wednesday?
I didn't want you to find out like this, Brett. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, time to burn that Hart Dynasty shirt.
Yeah,
I just ordered it.
Alrighty, well, the next matchup.
You can buy some own Hart shit.
Yeah.
The next matchup put the best heel in the business, MJF, versus Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, in a surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be matchup. Jake, did you catch any clips of this?
Absolutely not, but I am curious on why you thought it was going to be bad.
Oh, I just thought a lot more fuck shit was going to happen than did happen, right, Ceizar? Didn't we say this was going to be fuck shit certified?
We thought this was going to be fuck shit certified with Wardlow, and then, well, first of all, we had a whole different plan for the ladder match. We thought I thought Wardlow was going to come out for the special guest as the ladder match. I think Bretsky thought Evil Uno was going to come out for the ladder match. So we had a lot of fuck shit planned for future matches during this card. So
yeah,
that's why.
Well, Ceizar, what did you think of the match, and what were your pretzel ratings for it?
My pretzel ratings for the MJF match was 5 in the mustard. I mean, I didn't think it was good I didn't think it was good as the ladder match, but I thought it was a good match. I liked his heel work. I liked him faking the knee injury.
Yeah.
All right, so you got to realize that I was watching this and I was getting fucked up, and I was betting. I was doing.
Really?
I was doing pizza slice. I was doing pizza slice ratings. Look, I was doing pizza slice ratings, and then Mangria was like, "We got to change it to pretzel ratings," and then it went through 10. And man, math is hard, so fuck y'all. So
Math is fucking hard. I failed math in high school, so I feel you.
Yeah, so like I tried to change ratings like when I was still drunk, and then I wrote everything in pen. So I was like, I'm not writing this 8 times, so I'm going whatever I wrote down and fuck it. So there's a lot of scratches everywhere on my notes. But MJF fake knee, I thought it was great. Cause see, right here. So if it's pizza ratings, I have MJF great knee. I was like MJF fake knee is great. Chop fest, like in the middle when they had the little chop fest, and then he win with the arm pin, and then so it's like he outsmarted fucking Jungle Boy because the arm was hurting the whole time, and he like flipped him over. He was doing for the arm submission, flipped him over, and got him on that pin. I thought it was a great match. I thought it was a great win by MJF because Jungle Boy pushed him a little bit. Better than he thought. He thought it was going to be a pushover match, and he's got Wardlow outside, and so MJF, this whole thing is like, I'm better than you, and then like he kind of proved it at the end with the sneak pin. He is better than you. He's slightly better. He's using his brain more in the ring with his talent, pure talent. So that's why I thought it was good. I didn't think it was better than the ladder match because obviously the ladder match is that that fuck shit.
Well, Ceizar,
and it's high spots.
I too was getting loaded during this, and I too have slices next to the pretzels because I waited till after the fucking pay-per-view was over to go back and convert. I had to convert slice to pretzel ratio here, so I have slices.
Yeah, what's the ratio? What's the ratio?
You got to do division. You got to do what is 4/8. Like if you're doing 4 out of 8 slices, you got to do what's 4/8 compared to tenths. You got to do a conversion.
Making my brain hurt.
You got to multiply. You got to multiply it by 10. Then you got to divide by 8 to get it back to 10 denominator.
I ain't been to school in a minute. You still in school? You can do that shit. I ain't doing that shit. I'm writing shit while I'm
my accountant.
Well,
hey,
I'm writing
stereotype. That's not funny.
Bretsky, I only have 2 lines written down, so I'm going to say my notes. I only put, because I was drunk, like we had previously stated, I was sitting there as a fan enjoying this match, and I just wrote, Jungle Boy chopped the shit out of MJF, and MJF wins with unique pin grabbing his balls, and I gave it 6 pretzels.
Balls are funny.
By the way, there's another host to
5 in the mustard versus 6 pretzels. That's close.
There's another host that wants to give his 2 cents, by the way. The other host of the Steel Real After Party sent me...
this fucking guy?
He sent me his slice ratings, and I've failed to mention them because I'm a fucking idiot. So, for MJF versus Jungle Boy, Zanka gave it 5 slices.
Okay.
Now, Bretsky, go ahead and wax poetic about
other matches.
Huh?
So, what are you saying, Ceizar?
I was just saying, did he give the whole pay-per-view? Like, what about the other matches leading up to this?
Yeah, he gave the ladder match
or you just
7 slices, and he gave the pre-show 3 slices.
7 out of 8?
Yep. We liked it, man.
Wow.
We liked it. What's wrong with you, Ceizar?
Wow. I like the Stampede match more. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Brett. I'm sorry.
So I liked this match better than the ladder match.
Okay.
And it might be because I was surprised that MJF could wrestle that well, but
yeah, I understand.
I like this a lot. So I took some notes. I took a bunch of notes on this, but my most prolific ones I would have to say, MJF grabbing his dick at Jungle Boy, fucking hilarious.
Dicks are funny.
And
correct.
Great fake injury spot. I agree with that. That was great. Love Tony Schiavone hating MJF. That's hilarious. I think I wrote this down, and I think it's true. I think this could be AEW's Orton Cena feud, where it's like they came up together, they're like the two standouts, and they just keep going back and forth. Like the feud never really ends, which I wouldn't mind.
I mean, they continued it on Wednesday, so
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also said that I loved how MJF made the ref knock Jungle Boy off the top rope instead of him doing it. That's something I've never really seen. So that was really interesting. That was a really cool way to do that. And my last note is how to make a match exciting without high flying 101. I really enjoyed this match. So I actually gave this, and I'm gonna stick with this, 8 pretzels with the mustard.
Holy
shit.
Wow. Yo.
God damn, Bretsky. Bring it.
And it could just be because I was so shocked at no fuck shit and the performance of MJF, but I'm gonna stick with it. I love that match.
Yeah,
MJF is lit. I've been telling y'all MJF is lit.
I agree with that, but from everything else I saw of him was like squashes and shit like that. So like, because I never bought like pay-per-views, so like all I thought was like, oh, he's like early stage Miz where he can't really wrestle. But yeah, he's great.
I was
one of the best characters in the entire company.
I was pleasantly surprised with this matchup. Like we all know, MJF is the greatest heel in the business, and this match just put his wrestling skills to the test, and he performed perfectly. Zero fuck shit. Ceizar is MJF's cheerleader, and now I understand why. This dude is lit.
This dude is hella lit. His music's lit. His interest is lit. Everything is precision. He comes out with the Burberry scarf. Wardlow's got the Burberry tie. He's the world's largest ring bearer because he takes the ring off his hand and gives it to Wardlow. MJF is fucking lit. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Jake.
I agree with you. He's Jewish. I already loved him from that. He's great. He's the best.
I do want to talk about Jungle Boy for a little bit because Jungle Boy, no one's talking about him right here, but I didn't see the match, so I can't talk about this match specifically, but I know that he's super talented, and he's only in his early 20s, so if he stays healthy, that kid is going to be huge.
Yeah, I think they're each 1 year apart or something like that. Like MJF's 24 and he's 23 or something.
They're super young, yeah.
And the great thing that I love about Jungle Boy is that, I mean, he, at least in his name, like on a commentary they do it, they'll mention that fact that his last name is Perry, but he's not getting pushed just because he's a celebrity's kid. Like, he's actually good.
Yeah, he's getting pushed. All right, but see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, last year, like, when they mentioned the ratings, you know, they have the ratings and everything, like, Jungle Boy was like Joey Janela. He wasn't getting wins. He was having great matches, but he wasn't getting wins. And JR would be like, this is one of the up-and-comers in AEW, and he'd come out and it'd be like 0-7 career, Jungle Boy. Like, bitch, what do you mean? Like people would, not just me, people would notice this. They'd be like, you can't call him an up-and-comer, JR, just because you're part of the program and that you know that AEW's trying to get over the big guys first and then build people up. And then, like, some dudes who are like 0-7, 0-8, for the year and be like, oh, this is a starting up-and-comer. He's got mad heart. He's great in the ring. No, he's not, bitch. He's 0-7. Like, fuck here. Like, anybody 0-7 is some hot garbage. You can't even get a draw. Like, no, he's getting beat. So, like, this is why
Brandon Cutler's fucking record on AEW. That'd be brutal.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't show. This is why I hate the records on AEW. And then, like, now they're separating it by year. So they're like overall year.
That's
blah,
a little
blah, blah.
better,
so, like,
make it matter.
Yeah, like just like you need to either delete it year from year.
Yeah.
But you can't show overall. You can't show overall. You got to delete it year from year. So now year for year, yeah, Jungle Boy might be like 4-3, which is a way better record versus fucking 4-12, which he probably is.
Right.
4-16.
New merch idea, Jake. A Burberry scarf that says Blacktually. See if Ceizar buys.
I wish.
It's a picture of Ceizar in a cheerleader outfit.
Yes.
Nope, not buying that.
I can't make scarves anymore.
But if you had a Burberry scarf and like one of them fucking like charity shits, like the cancer logo or something, and it said Eggs Blackley or something, you could donate charity to that. It'd be a great
Hell yeah.
I'd
great charity.
I'd buy it.
By the way, Bransky and Ceizar, Oh, wait a minute, Jake. I lost predictions.
Oh yeah.
Well,
You have not
First of all,
punished me yet. I can't believe it. I shouldn't have brought it up, but I'm too honest not.
Well, I was going to bring it up. Technically, I was going to bring it up during AEW and not the pay-per-view.
Yeah, but it was a pay-per-view predictions.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't matter. This is the predictions. I was going to bring it up when we recap the show later.
Well, Jake, I lost, and so I have to say a specific.
Me too, buddy.
I have to say a specific term. We call it's not the chop shop. It's the Tripassword punishment. So as soon as they say a password, I have to then say the line.
Okay.
If they
how many do we get, by the way? I forgot what we determined. How many do we get?
I thought we agreed like you get to say it like 2 each. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only reason it's me and Ceizar, we both tied for predictions. So
nice.
Yeah.
So I am the Zanka.
I shouldn't have fucking picked Inner Circle, motherfucker.
So
I shouldn't have.
When it comes to predictions on here, Jake.
Hey, I'm a loser now, so I don't know if we can even say that anymore.
Well,
2020, it's a crazy year. It's a crazy year.
Right? Things have gone off the rails.
Off the rails.
Up next is the TNT Finals for the championship. Mike Tyson out there looking all weird. It is Murder Hawk versus Cody. Murder Hawk brings a dude out and chokeslams him because that's his gimmick now. Whenever he comes out, I got a pop out of that. Tyson's face was priceless. They kept cutting to him at like the worst times. He was fucking yawning at one point.
That was my note.
Cody does win after Jake and Arn were banished. Go ahead, you guys. That's all the notes I got. I gave it 6 pretzels because I was sports entertained. But Ceizar had a bone to pick with this match. But Brett, let's get your notes out of the way first. What
I have a bone to pick as well.
Oh,
Jake.
Jake,
go first.
I didn't know.
Go ahead, Jake.
I didn't watch the match. It has nothing to do with the actual match because, of course, I didn't. But the fact that Cody is the first ever TNT champion makes my blood boil. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. And I don't think the other guy, Murder Hawk or whatever, what are they fucking calling him?
Yeah.
Murder Hawk. He's the Murder Hawk.
I don't think he was a better choice, but I just don't think either one of them should have been there. But that's just
wait, Jake. Welcome to the podcast, motherfucker. Welcome to the tripods, baby.
This is what Ceizar has been touting this for weeks.
Really? No shit.
Welcome to the podcast, sir. Yeah, see, Jake knows what's up. Sometimes he has bad opinions, but this one he's correct. This one he is correct.
Sometimes I gotta a broken clock is still right twice a day.
It's still right twice a day,
Whoa.
baby. It's still right.
Look at that.
Sun shines on a dog's ass. Sun shines on a dog's ass. Willie Beeman said that.
All right, go ahead, Brett. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I hated this match. This was terrible. Wow. The first note I have is shitty create belt.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Then it was a fucking stupid ass start to the match because fucking Archer hit his finisher and Cody gets up after 2 fucking seconds. Like he rolled out to the ring and gets up. No, he should be fucking dead. Like he's been killing people with that move. Why is Cody getting up after 2 seconds? The one thing I liked from Archer, I like his move that he does, where he does pretty much like the old school plus the moonsault. That's really cool. But then my big note is they cut to Tyson yawning. Same, Mike, same. JR started complaining that nobody loses to a DDT anymore, and I love that. Arn's interference was fucking stupid. The way he did it, like the setup to it and the execution of it was so stupid. And then Tyson's like, "Oh, he did it, he hit him," and it's like, "All right, you're out." Then they threw Jake out for no reason. Like, what did Jake do to get thrown out? And it was then so that's all the notes I have. I don't mind Cody winning the TNT title because it's not the AEW title. I agree that he shouldn't have been the first champion, but Even though I predicted Archer, I don't necessarily mind it too much because he is the biggest face in the company just because of who he is and like the EVP and all that stuff. So I don't mind. Like I don't mind it.
That's why it bothers me so much.
But I don't mind. Here's the thing, though: it's a condition. I don't mind it if it's a short title reign. If it's a long title reign, then I mind it. But if it's a short one that he uses to get someone like a young kid over, then I don't mind it.
That'd be nice, but I feel like he's gonna have it for way too long.
I hope not.
I feel like he's gonna have it for way too long.
Well, what was your pretzel rating, Brett?
Yeah, all that being said, my pretzel rating is 3 in the mustard.
Oh, shit.
Oof.
That stung. Stung.
This was a stinker. I did not. This lived up to. This did not meet any expectations. This was just. They cut to Tyson or the stupidest times. You know, there's stupid shit, fuck shit all over. It was not very good. Ooh. I would not recommend this whatsoever.
Nice. Well, I got a feeling that Ceizar is about to open up a can of whoop ass on this match as well. Ceizar, give us your thoughts.
No, I got the sad part is I'm not as mad as Bretsky because I was so mad that the match was happening. Because if you listen to me on the pre-show of this, I hated it. I didn't care for it. See, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I hate to say I'm one of those people. I'm actually one of those people to say I hate to say I told you so, but I hate to say I told you so. This fucking match didn't need the belt. It was a good feud on its own. It did not need this belt. They should have gave this belt to like one of them assholes in that fucking ladder match, like Darby or somebody.
It would have been cool also if that ladder match was for that belt.
Yeah. Even so. Yeah. You know what? Goddamn, Jake. You killing it this pod. You know what I'm saying?
It's because it's not my own.
Yeah. Like that would have been better. That would have been better. Or we'll have it with Sean Spears later. Like, yo, let's bring that shit. You know, I'm not even gonna speak about that. But like this match did not need this belt.
It also didn't need Mike Tyson.
It also didn't need Mike Tyson. My notes were Archer's cursing everyone out on camera when he walks around. He called multiple people a bitch who were like women, and I thought that shit was funny.
Oh yeah, I like that. That was good.
That.
Great.
And then I was like, why does Archer have the Jeff Hardy flag hanging out of his pocket? Cody wins. Told you so. Jeff Jarrett shit. I gave it a 4. I had 4 pretzels. I had a 4.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought you would have been scathing over this.
No. Look, first of all, I flipped a coin to predict the winner. I gave you both reasons of why. I gave you both reasons why I hate the winner of this match. Is because one, I was like, Cody's gonna win this to be the first ever on some Jeff Jarrett TNA shit. Like Jeff Jarrett came in and won the TNA title after he was like the WCW champion because he probably gave money to them there to be the King of the Mountain, and that's what he called himself, the new name, the King of the Mountain. I mean, when we talk about AEW, I have like bonus points that goes with this match, and you all know probably what I'm gonna say. But anyway, fucking like Cody winning this title, I told you I thought it was gonna happen. Murder Hawk, I didn't want to win the title because that nigga's like too new. He literally came in. He came in, had 4 squashes, 1 good match with Dustin, and now he's supposed to be a champ.
Well,
like
I have a funny thing.
I don't believe that.
Jake,
I don't believe that fuck shit. But no, but you can go ahead. Jake, you can go ahead.
Jake didn't watch any of the matches, so I had a fun little thought. How about we all give our slice ratings and our notes to the match, and based on what we said, have Jake give his pretzel rating.
Oh.
So okay. Jake will go last. I don't want to spend too much time on these next 2 matches because no one really gives a shit about them. I didn't. I barely wrote notes on the next.
Real quick, I might not be around to talk about it when you guys actually break down AEW. I don't know yet. But I do want to talk about Cody's promo. It was fucking some nincompoop bullshit. It was horrible. He was talking about how great TNT is as a fucking TV company. Fuck you, Cody.
Yeah.
The greatest TV network. He called it the greatest network on TV.
God damn it.
Yep.
That was okay. Go ahead. Well, I'm just angry.
Penelope Ford versus the greatest asset in AEW, by the way, versus
I like Penelope Ford.
versus Chris Statlander with that donk. Not awful. Great eye candy. Chris wins with the Big Bang Theory. 4 pretzels just because I got half chub. Brett, do you agree?
I liked it a little bit more. Because I'm a big Penelope Ford fan. I was before AEW. Not just for the look. I think she's very underrated in the ring, and her record. Again, the fucking record. Her record doesn't reflect how good she is.
She ain't gonna win. No wins.
I'm glad that she was a replacement, and I like the fact that she continued to sell the back injury from the ladder. Also, my first note is Kip Sabian on crutches is fucking phenomenal. That was really funny.
Good.
Penelope, I never really, again, because I don't watch AEW Dark, and because of the fact that I was in college, I didn't have much access to it. I didn't watch a lot of AEW. Only highlights. This is like my first time really hearing Penelope Ford's theme, and I love it.
I'll have to check that out.
Wait, you know AEW Dark's on YouTube though, right?
Oh shit, is it really?
Yeah.
Yes, it's posted on YouTube like every Tuesday.
Oh, I had no idea. I thought it was on TNT.
No. It's on. It debuts on YouTube on like Tuesdays.
Oh shit. Okay, I had no idea. Thank you. I'll probably end up not checking that out still, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't know it was on YouTube either, so I had to I googled AEW Dark and I got sent to a YouTube link, and I was like, oh shit, it's on YouTube. Yeah.
Vicky Guerrero started yelling in the audience, and I didn't realize Vicky was there because I didn't watch the buy-in before this, and I forgot how much I missed Vicky Guerrero. Then my last 2 notes. I would love to give Penelope Ford the Big Bang Theory, and then the right winner, but both really won, because it was a good showing for both. I'm gonna give this, and again, this is what I mentioned before of why I gave the tag match 6 pretzels, because I gave this match 5 in the salt because I liked this one. It was a good in between. It was a good kind of palate cleanser match. Both ladies did their job. It was a sucky situation with Britt Baker, so they did the best they could with what they had. I like this a lot. I like this. Hopefully, Penelope Ford's scheduled for bigger things, and hopefully they don't continue to fuck up Chris Statlander's pushes.
Well, Zanka gave it 5 slices. Ceizar, what did you give this match?
My only notes are, oh yeah, Alien won, 4 in salt. I don't really care.
Well,
that's literally what I wrote.
Jake, after hearing all of that, what would you give it as a pretzel rating?
From what I've heard, it seems like there was some ass flying around, which I'm all for at that. But Chris Statlander doesn't do it for me. She's kind of terrifying, actually. So I think her ass doesn't outweigh her face in this regard. So I'm going to give it 4. Seems middle of the road.
Okay, that's respectable. Well, up next, Sean Spears comes out.
Oh, Ceizar.
Oh, boy.
What
happened?
We're getting to the Sean Spears match.
Oh,
man. Sean fuck Spears shit. I don't want him.
Comes out in a suit. He fakes out. Brandy comes out to distract. Dustin sneak attacks Sean, pulls underwear down, spanks Sean Spears. JR says they're auditioning for a prison movie. Dustin wins with the final reckoning. This was very not watchable. I could care less. I gave it 3 pretzels just because Dustin's still alive. Ceizar, what are your thoughts?
I just wrote fuck shit. I didn't even give it a rating.
Yeah. Ceizar's rating is the pizza delivery guy came here and had the wrong pizza, so I sent it back.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, yeah, I wanted pizza. Yes, that is actually it. I wanted pizza and wings, and I'm getting ready to watch this great wrestling pay-per-view. I got my beer, I got my liquor, I got my ice, I got my soda. I wanted pizza and wings. I just wanted pepperoni pizza and wings, and this fucker showed up with all cheese and onions.
And then he showed you his asshole.
Yeah, he showed me his asshole with buffalo bites. And I was like, with no sauce. No sauce. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. What do you mean? Nah, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. What's showing me on screen is this. I don't care that he had underwear with Terry Blanchard on the front and he showed his ass
funny.
half the match.
That was funny.
This is some absolute fuckery. No, like, look, Sean Spears held the company down during Rona. There's motherfuckers who couldn't travel. He was out there cutting great promos, like wrestling matches, not on dark, getting wins, having losses, whatever. Doesn't matter. Cody looked great in that tournament match. Doing what he needed to do to get the company over to after Rona. And y'all gonna shit on this man like this and like,
did you
fuck out of here, bro?
So no rating?
Yeah, I didn't even rate it. I was like, this isn't even worth a rate. This is some fuck shit.
Well, Zanka, the sheriff, gave it a 5 just for the nudity.
Jesus.
Brett, what did you
Of course,
this match?
just for the man ass, he gave it a 5. Fuck out of here.
Correct. That sounds correct. Pasty white ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bretsky, go for it.
All right, so I mean, because especially because I have nothing else to do, really, I actually took some notes on this. I said awesome shot of Dustin in the ring when he got in. That was cool. Too similar of a start to Elias versus Corbin from Mania. It was just like in terms of like, oh, he's not here, he won't show up, haha, and then music, where is he? You know, whatever, all that bullshit. They botched the pants rip, which was fucking funny. For Sean Spears with a suit. Then my next note is Dustin's getting kinky. He drank too much gold face paint. Then Ass Crack Mania.
Nice.
Then Tully Blanchard on underwear saved it. And then after that, I have my ratings, but there is a condition. I have 2 ratings for this. One of them is if it leads to a feud going forward, and the other is if it doesn't. If it leads to a feud going forward, I'll give it 3 pretzels and the salt because if it leads to a feud, I feel like they can have a good feud and it'll be entertaining. If it doesn't lead to a feud, it was just a one-off, it gets 2 in the mustard.
Okay. Very, very sophisticated breakdown. Jake, after all of this, what say you, brother?
Well, this sounds like a classic case of what Ceizar would say, fuck shit. And it sounds it was just a squash match, which means it gets no rating from me either.
Oh, snap.
Whoa. I will say, though...
That's how I rate him in pizza, so...
I will say, though, right at the end of this match, JR said TNA instead of TNT and then had to backtrack and cover himself up, which was very fucking fun.
Old fuck.
That's just old ass JR, man. He old as fuck.
He's like, Cody won the TNA championship. Like, I mean TNT. Oh, we're going crazy tonight. Oh,
Jesus Christ. I watched AEW Dynamite for the first time in like 3 or 4 months. I just watched it like before we got on here, and that man needs to not be there. He's terrible.
He's
JR
bad.
needs to be there. JR needs to be there. You're
probably right. You're probably right.
Up next, the no DQ, no count out match for the AEW Women's Championship. Nyla Rose, Andy's favorite, versus Sheeta, the woman with the worst entrance music of all time. Ceizar,
her entrance video is weird too.
Ceizar, let's hear you wax poetic on this basically hardcore Extreme Rules matchup. What'd you think?
So, I thought it was decent. They didn't for no DQ. They didn't really get DQ. I mean, they should have started it more DQ for me. You know, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, it picked up at the end, so I thought it was good. I did like the fact that at one point Nyla slammed that bitch and yelled it to the camera, "Always bet on black."
Yep.
And then and Excalibur was like, "Somewhere Wesley Snipes is smiling."
Oh my god!
Because as soon as he said that, I laughed at. Wesley Snipes was in the movie Passenger 57, and like one of his last lines before killing the bad guy was, "Always bet on black," because they were near Vegas or some shit. So I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Young people don't appreciate that, but the old heads laughed like my dumbass self. So I was geeking over that shit.
That's great.
So I thought the match was good. Then, Sheeta got her shit off. Nyla got her shit off. And then it was a new champ. So when it was a new champ, I was like, that's why I wrote in the chat. I was like, wow, they have no faith. Because, like, literally, at every big pay-per-view, because they only have 5. Like, it looks like the champ wins the belt. They have a title defense. Then they're on Dynamite for a couple weeks, and then the second real title defense, kind of like the North American Championship for a while. The first really big title defense at a pay-per-view, you lose.
Well, Riho held it for longer. Riho had a pretty long title reign.
She had a pretty long title reign, but like Nyla was the first title defense at a pay-per-view.
Was she actually? Was she really?
I think so. Like Riho had title defenses on Dynamite, but like their title defenses, their pay-per-views. I mean, there's only like 5 a year, so they're spaced out. And I think Riho wanted a big one where there was a big space between the next pay-per-view, and then the pay-per-view she lost to Nyla. So then
and
Nyla
she's never been seen again.
Right, exactly. She's never been. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Rona, man. She probably can't get
That's
whatever.
Probably true. She's probably out of the country.
So that being said,
she probably left in March. She probably left in March and fucking she can't get back, or February or whatever.
Was this salt worthy? Was this mustard worthy? Or was it just a solid pretzel?
I mean, I gave it the match itself, I gave it 5 in the salt.
That's good. It was a good match. I liked it as well.
No, it was a great match. It was a great match. I gave it 5 in the salt, and but like, this is what I'm saying though. Like, oh, sorry, write this note down. But Riho won the belt, right? Riho won the belt. Nyla was a beast, beating everybody up, and then beat her at the pay-per-view. And then look what happened. Nyla's got the belt. Shida was a beast, running through everybody, and then beat her at the pay-per-view. So, I mean, it's kind of like same storyline, which is what I was saying with both the Brody Lee and the Murder Hawk. Like, their AEW seems like a creature of storyline versus, like, they didn't have faith in Nyla, like, to keep it going. But Nyla's a beast. She was fucking people up. But now I'm supposed to believe that Shida's the new beast. She's gonna fuck everybody up till somebody gets on a run and then fights her at the next pay-per-view and then takes the belt. Like, you have no faith. Like, let somebody hold it throughout a pay-per-view. That's my only gripe with this. Sorry.
I think we all picked Nyla Rose. Oh, no, wait.
Nope.
Gretzky picked Shida.
No.
But in the few notes that I wrote, Nyla, armed with a kendo stick, dominates most of the match. Threw Shida through a poker table. Shida actually suplexes Nyla onto kendo stick. After kendo stick strike and the shiny wizard, Shida wins. New champion. I gave it 5 pretzels. The sheriff gave it 6 slices, by the way.
Oh.
Brett, take us home. I know you want to wax poetic about this one. What were your thoughts on this championship match?
So before I get into my other notes, my first note is a quote from JR about Nyla Rose. And this is word for word because I rewound it to make sure it was word for word.
Verbatim.
She can take a big pounding.
He pulled some of that with the Brazilian chick on Dynamite too.
She's fucking hot, by the way.
Yes, she is.
Anna,
I'd like to see her a Brazilian times naked.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes.
That was good, Jake. I'm proud of that.
I might not be able to say it when you break down Dynamite, so I had to say it.
I think Ceizar just threw up in his mouth.
No. Brazilian times naked. Yeah.
I also had to always bet on Black Line. That was pretty funny. This was like an okay match for me, like the border of okay and good. The one thing that the 2 things that I didn't like about this, the first was that there was poor camera work at points throughout this match.
Yes.
Away from it. The other thing is, why the fuck would you not use more weapons? Like, Nyla doesn't need weapons, but why the fuck is Shida not using more weapons? Like, she used the kendo stick, and by the way, Shida hits wicked kendo stick shots. Those sound great. But like. And like I understand, like she used the giant poker chip, but like why not use a chair? Why not use a table? Why not use other shit? Like she like exactly like what Ceizar was saying. Nyla has been fucking everybody up, and you're gonna expect me to believe that just because it went over like 10 minutes and Shida used the kendo stick, she can win. But yeah. Other than that, I like the winner. I'm not a Nyla Rose fan whatsoever. I think that she's okay at best. But I gave this 5 pretzels with the salt. Actually, I agree with Ceizar. Like I said, it was good. It was a good match for sure. I just wish that they used more weapons.
Okay, that's a respectable rating. I mean, we all had positive things to say about this, and I agree with you, Bretsky. Fucking Sheeta should have got a truck and hit fucking Nyla Rose with it, because that big old bitch, my God, it more than a kendo stick. I know Sheeta, it's built into her DNA to be an expert with a fucking kendo stick, but my God, she's got to bring more pain than that. But she won the match. She won the title. Moving on to the championship match.
What about me?
Oh, Jake, sorry.
The forgotten son.
What is your
forgotten son?
What's your conclusion and summary of all this?
So before I get into my rating here, I do want to say that the biggest problem with the AEW women's division is there's pretty much 2 characters in it. You need more characters. Nyla Rose being big and scary is not a character. Chris Statlander being an alien, that's a character. It's fucking weird, and I don't care for it, but it's a character. Britt Baker being a bitch dentist, that's a character. Well, I mean, it's kind of true also, but it's mostly a character. So I like that. But that's it. That's where the characters end and just decent wrestlers begin, which is fine, but you need something to put you over. Shido, her gear was Tifa Lockhart based on Final Fantasy VII, so that was fucking cool. I like that as a huge fucking gamer loser like I am. So I'm gonna give it 5. I'm gonna give it 5 pretzels.
Okay. Pretty good consensus here. Brett, what was your pretzel rating again?
5 with the salt.
Wow. 5s all across the board, boys.
Man, now I want fucking, because I've been talking about Penelope Ford, she's from Philly, and now we're talking about pretzels. Now I want a fucking Philly pretzel, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a problem.
Well, up next, I'm very happy this match was on next and did not close out the show. We had AEW champion Mox versus the Exalted One, Brody Lee. What did you guys think of this matchup? And are you sad that Brody lost? Jake, did you even see any clips about this one?
A little bit, because I watched Dynamite, so they played a little bit of clips before everyone's matches and shit. So I did see a little bit. Like, I saw Brody Lee coming out with a title. I know he stole it and shit, which is a super cool storyline. I think this was one of the best built storylines leading up to this pay-per-view, other than the Elite and the Inner Circle. Other than that, this was probably the best one.
Well, Brett, do you agree? And what is your pretzel ratings for this one?
I agree, and I like this a lot. I've always been a big Luke Harper fan, and I do like what Brody Lee, Mr. Brody Lee, has been, because I think it's a really interesting character. I know no one was really sure about the Dark Order before, and if you take the Vince shots with a grain of salt, I like the character of Mr. Brody Lee, and I'm excited. I'm very intrigued to see where they go with it from here. But I like this match. This was a brutal match. I liked the thing that they did at the beginning of the match where they had the security cutting them off in the ring. I thought that was really cool. You don't really see that at the beginning of matches, so that was really cool. The ref does not know how to fucking count is my next note. That's the thing. That was my real big gripe with this match, was that it was good and it was hard hitting and it was brutal. But where the fuck? And I like JR being, the ref being lenient here. He knows to be lenient. He knows that Brody Lee will kill
every AEW match. Every single one.
I know. But it's like at least make it no count out. Make it no DQ. Something like that. At least or at least do 1, wait 10 seconds. 2, at least count. He wasn't even counting. The backdrop that Mox did onto Brody Lee threw off the steps of the table was awesome and scary, because Brody Lee's a big fucking dude, and he looked like he could have fucked up his ankle if he landed 2 inches farther back. Those prop cards were fucking funny, and I'm glad they used them. And the funniest part about it for me was the fact that Brody Lee was stomping on one of them, and JR was like, "Oh, he's stomping on Moxley's card," but it was Brody Lee's card. Really funny. And they pan to it, and JR, "Oh, look at the disrespect of Mr. Brody Lee stomping and spitting on John Moxley's poker card." And then it pans to it, and it's obviously Brody Lee, and it was so funny. But
good lord.
Also, again, refs being stupid, Moxley threw a fucking poker chip at Brody Lee's head, and there was no DQ.
Jeez.
Then my next note is holy shit through the stage. That was fucking sick. That was awesome.
That was cool.
I like this a lot. I like this more. I like this around the same as the ladder match, so I'm gonna give this 8 pretzels. I think it was a good showing. I like the fact that the finish didn't take away from Brody Lee. Like it took everything out of Mox to beat Brody Lee. Which if he just pinned him like smack dab in the ring, clean finish, it takes away all the building that they did with this character. So I like the finish for the characters. I like the brutality of it. It was like a bar fight. And I liked it a lot. 8 pretzels.
Well, the sheriff was much harsher on this match. He gave it a 4 slice rating.
Wow.
He gave this a 4, but he gave fucking Sheeta and Nyla Rose 6, and he gave the Shawn Spears thing a 5.
Now you know how it is to work with him.
Well, see.
Wow.
Ceizar, are you going to be as cruel, or are you going to agree with the young Bretsky?
No, I wasn't that cruel. I was like, my shit was champ match, had big spots. The My Property thing got me again when they were showing the promos. Yeah, like the JR thing, I wrote that down. Because the cards on the side were like, Mox and then Brody Lee. So I was definitely like, all right, there's Mox, Brody Lee. They're hyping up the main event. I was like, oh shit, this is the main event. The big thing through the ramp out, I was like, oh yes, that's right. The other matches in the stadium, so they can destroy this. Good spot. But yeah, all the other spots during the casino tables, the roulette tables throughout the match. I was like, all right, they're going to let it go. It's a good match. Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at Moxie's Titantron, it says, like, violence half the time. You know what I'm saying? It's all but a good fight. It says violence, all that other shit. So I actually like this match. I mean, I did think why somebody pulled out a ladder, I believe, because I wrote, why is there a ladder out here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Moxley pulled out a ladder, and it wasn't even red. It was like a gray ladder. I was like, why is this a ladder, and why is it not colored like the rest of the ladders? So I was on that shit, and then no, but I thought it was a good match. I actually gave it 7 in the salt. So I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
It sounds like Ceizar is dealing with the same problem I am. We're both reading our notes. Just reading them. We don't remember writing what we said because what
you were hammered.
Yes, because what I only put a little bit. I just put Mox puts Brody through stage with Paradigm Shift, busts him open. Brody then kicks out of 2 more Paradigm Shifts, and then Mox puts the rear naked choke on for the win. I gave it
the 2nd deadliest hold, the 2nd deadliest move in wrestling.
I know everybody.
First the roll up.
Yeah, it's the roll up, and then it is the rear naked choke.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gave it 5 with the salt. It was
wow.
Good. That's not a bad rating. That's still that's a C. That's fine.
That's not a C, man. A 5 out of 10, a 5.5 out of 10.
That's a 50%, buddy.
Oh, that's why I clean the classrooms. That's why I don't teach the classrooms.
I guess it's 55%, but whatever. We're not like we already determined I failed math. All right.
Well, Jake, what's your summary out of all these descriptions?
Seems like my kind of match. I was always a fan of Dean Ambrose matches in WWE, and when he put the dirty deeds through the stage there, that was pretty fucking cool. That was pretty fucking cool. So
you're gonna piss off all the internet marks.
Fuck you.
All 20 to listen.
Yeah, right. So when he put him through the stage with the dirty deeds, that was fucking cool. There was blood in this match, which is always a bonus. I'm gonna give it 6 and the salt.
Wow.
And the YouTube comments are going to be crazy under this video.
Crazy.
Hey, YouTube commenters, I'm on this fucking podcast and you can eat my dick.
Oh.
Wow. If you can find it. If you can find it.
All your hate.
If you can find it. It's really hard.
Party Jake on Instagram.
I think it's still that.
The views of After Party Jake do not reflect the views of the tripod.
Well,
I'll take my own views.
This is what we've been waiting for, guys. This is the main event. to Double or Nothing. This Zanka gave this a full pizza. He gave it 8 slices.
Of course he did.
The
Of course he
Stadium
did.
Stampede match. Do you guys mind if I just rattle off my nonsense first?
Go ahead. I put it on mute.
Ceizar, you doing
What is happening?
you grocery shopping?
Yep, I was for a second.
Okay, wow. It is. Oh, I wrote down Floyd is the name of Jericho's bat because they did a promo for.
Floyd.
Yeah.
The Inner Circle versus the Elite Stadium Stampede match, the main event. Hangman, these are the notes that I wrote. I was drunk, but there's a lot. Hangman comes out on a horse. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. The Inner Circle all in football gear. Hangman goes to the bar just like Ceizar had hoped. All 3 of the things that we had hoped happened during this, by the way. Hangman goes to the bar. Hardy was thrown in the pool. Santana and Ortiz fight Hardy in the pool. Hardy goes through all versions of his career in the pool, which I thought was a nice touch. He rings Ortiz. He rings his bell. Well, I don't know why that bell was there, but he puts his head in it, rings it, duct tapes him to a wheelchair, and then Hardy locks Ortiz in the freezer. Hangman, of course, is drinking. We'd all hoped. Omega and Hangman double team Hagar. Hagar was drinking milk. Hangman was drinking whiskey, of course. Matt Jackson.
You mean Kenny?
No. Kenny was drinking milk. Hagar was drinking bourbon.
Okay, these are drunk notes, by the way. Matt Jackson.
Okay.
Matt Jackson Northern Light suplexes Sammy 100 fucking yards. That made me laugh so hard, man. I love these little fucking details, like I said. Jericho challenges the play at one point. These are random. Nick runs Stadium to splash Jericho through table. Hangman puts chalk line over Jericho. Sprinklers go off on Sammy's crotch. Omega and Matt chase Sammy in the golf cart, which I was hoping would happen. He would have the fear of golf carts still. We do get Vanguard 2.0, which is what Bretsky...
No, we do not. No, we do not.
It was Neo 1. Neo 1.
If you call it... If you say it's Vanguard 2, then Ceizar wins predictions, because we had that side bet.
Whoa. But if he says Vanguard 2, then I do win predictions.
No, but we agreed already. No. We agreed. It's called Neo 1.
Okay, it was.
I mean, nobody can see.
Neo 1.
Nobody can see we agreed because Mangria didn't get a screenshot of the group chat. So if he says it right now, it's on wax and it's libel. So say it. Say it.
No. Don't say it. No. This is already set. This is already set in stone.
Say Vanguard 2-1. Say Vanguard 2-1. Say it.
Don't you dare. You say Neo 1 right now, sir.
Mangria, if you say it right now, that means I can punish just Bretsky. I won't punish you.
That's absolute bullshit right there.
Say it right now.
Kenny hits one winged angel to Sammy for the win.
You avoided it.
7 pretzels with the salt. Zanka gave it a full.
Whoa! Is that low?
You know what? I might have been drunk and thinking this was slices.
Maybe.
You know what? Let me change it. I'll give it 9. 9 pretzels with the salt. I was thoroughly entertained.
You already said it. You already said it, man. First vote out wins.
Ceizar, this isn't a fucking courtroom. This is a podcast. It's 9 with the salt. That's what I give it. That's my final answer. This was a very awesome, very unique matchup. It has been compared to the Undertaker's Boneyard match at entertainment value. I think I enjoyed this one better than the Boneyard match. I like this.
This is way goofy.
You know what? I'm going to appeal to Bretsky. When Dave Portnoy gives a pizza review, he sticks to the first thing out of his mouth, correct?
He can't go back.
He does.
You can't go back. You
one
cannot
bite,
go
everyone
back.
knows the rules.
Everyone knows the rules. Bite, everybody knows the rules.
One bite, one score.
One bite, one score. Oh,
no, I'll allow it. Oh, wait, I'll allow it for Mangria only because earlier I changed the ladder match from 7 and mustard to 8, so I'll allow it once.
Okay. All right, look, Mangria, from this point on, if we do pretzel ratings, first thing out of your mouth is what the vote is.
All right, relax, Ceizar. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Brett,
You got to keep
This
it
is
honest,
life
man.
or death.
Keep it
This
honest.
is life or death, Mangria.
Yeah,
There's already
man.
dissension in the ranks.
The people need to know how you felt at that time. You can't be like, oh, I was drunk, but I'm sober now, so
any
it's
person
better.
Slice
relate
rating,
to
though,
what
it's really
I was
high.
going through. I was drunk out of my mind. Giving this rating, you can relate to this. I don't even know if your ratings were sober or not. Mine were not.
Mine were not, but I still wrote it. I wrote it better than your original rating.
Well, that's fine. Let's have a celebration. Now, what are your thoughts on this match?
Me, this match was great. It was perfect. So my thing was, all right. You've had 3 of these matches, or 2 or 3 of these matches before to get it right. They got it right. It started in the ring. It started how we wanted. It wasn't like a regular tag match. It was 5-on-5. Spilled out to the ring quick. You had the cheerleaders. You had Jericho beating up the mascot because it was a stadium. You had the Elite touchdown. You had the Inner Circle touchdown. Yeah. Hangman came out on a horse and chased Sammy, who ran outside. And then Kenny and Matt Hardy in the golf cart again, chasing Sammy. Great. Matt Jackson super kicked the ref. Challenge on the play for excessive celebration after he northern suplex Sammy 100 yards. Excessive celebration. Super kick the ref because there's no rules. So why not super kick the ref? It was awesome. Yeah, of course, Hangman finds the only bar. There's more than one bar in that stadium. Hangman finds a bar, starts drinking. He asks Jack, you here to fight or you here to drink? Pours him a drink. Jack starts drinking. They sit for like 45 seconds, and then they fight. Of course. Great bar fight. Yeah, Kenny comes in, does the Hangman shit, blah, 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 blah. It was a great match. I really digged it. It was fuck shit the whole way. Yeah, the Santana and Ortiz actually reading the Matt facts when he was version 1 on the side of the screen, them actually reacting to the Matt facts was brilliant because the Matt facts weren't there except for when version 1 was out, and they saw that he could hold his breath for 348 seconds. Gold. Thought that was funny. I even thought the tweet, even though people try to give Matt fuck shit for that, because they're like, oh man, Shad just died and you're using a water spot, and he was like, no, I filled it with water. Yeah, people said that.
That's ridiculous.
People said that. They're like, how are you going to have a pool spot when Shad died? And Matt, under Broken Matt, wrote, don't worry, I filled them with the water from the lake of rejuvenation. And he wrote it that way on Twitter. So that's why he could reincarnate when they dunked him in the water, because it was from water from the lake of the rejuvenation. That was brilliant. I'm sorry, that's actually a brilliant response to some fuck shit haters. That was gold. Everything about this match was gold. Yeah, the Sammy trying to chase him down again, gold. Jericho and then Hangman walked his dumb ass and put the line over him. I don't even know what that was about, but still funny. Still funny. Yeah, the lock the man in the freezer. I think even JR and them said, "Oh, no mules tonight." They're keeping up that mules line from the original Kenny Omega Matt Hardy match, where they threw somebody in the freezer. They threw Matt Hardy in the freezer, and they were like, "Oh, there goes our Moscow mules." So they're keeping that bit, even a random line. They're keeping that bit going forward. I thought that was brilliant. I gave this match 8 with the salt, a little bit of mustard, but definitely the beer cheese. Yeah, that's what I gave it.
That's a
it's 8 with salt.
That's pretty high.
This match was 8 with the salt, a bit of mustard on the plate, but definitely this match got the beer cheese. It was the best match of the night. The Elite won. Yeah, they crushed Vanguard, and instead of having Vanguard 2 like he did with, I think he did Vanguard 2 with TNA or something. He went Neo, so it's something fresh, it's something new. So I like that. It's a new company, it's something new, so I dig it. So I put this 8 salt / mustard. So definitely I'm giving it 8.5. Technically almost 8. Technically 8.75 with the beer cheese because I thought it was a match of the night. So
these are very high
why.
rankings from both of us. Bretsky, do you agree with the high rankings, or did you have an issue with this at all?
I didn't have any issues. I actually gave this the perfect score. I gave this 10 pretzels with mustard with beer cheese.
Holy shit.
I mean, nothing's perfect, bro. Nothing's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like,
come on, you're a Portnoy guy.
Especially with the in the age of Corona, they had all of the, like you said, they had all the other shit to model this after, and it had the perfect mix of comedy, cinematics, and actual wrestling. So that's why. That, in my opinion. And also, I'm basing it off my other ratings, because you're forgetting I rated like the MJF match, like essentially what you rated this. So, I'll just read off my notes. I'll see what you guys did. I'll read off the little blurbs I wrote down. Football entrances killed me. More cheerleaders, please. Hangman on a horse, LOL. Goalpost moonsault, holy shit.
Yeah, that was good.
That was cool. Hangman still looking for Sammy. That was fucking funny. Everyone forgot about it. Also, it's like, Sammy, get out here. That was fucking funny. Then he found the bar, so I have Paige to the bar. Then Fuji racist salt on Omega.
Yeah.
They did absolutely salt him.
Yeah.
I've been salted. It's not fun.
Ortiz, quote, I can't swim.
That was gold. 3 feet of water. I can't swim. That was
great.
Yeah, then Santana's like, what the hell? It's 3 feet. He's like, I can't swim. I'm scared.
Get in here, you bendejo.
Yeah, he's like, get in here, you bendejo. That was great. Matt facts are greater than everything else in the world. That's my favorite fucking thing.
Yes.
Matt underwater equals money. That should be his new gimmick.
It kind of is.
Matt ringing the bell, great. Chair of wheels, and then icebox murder. I also do like, even though I'll talk about it later, I do like how they continued the whole bell ringing thing on Dynamite. That was great.
That's what it is, yeah.
Paige and Hager at the bar, awesome. Great bar fight. Bottles versus Hager's head, book it. Then Hangman as a bartender, great. But that was disgusting. I don't drink. I've never had whiskey, but I can't imagine that whiskey with milk in it is very good. So
well, he poured Kenny just a milk, and he was drinking whiskey.
No, I know that, but when they cheered, when they did a cheers, when they did a toast, the milk got into the glass with whiskey.
It would curdle. It's gross.
Oh yeah, it would curdle. But Hangman's probably drinking tea. But yeah, it would curdle, and that would be really gross.
Yeah, that just they chugged him like, oh, that looks disgusting.
But if you chug it together, because Irish car bombs are really good.
That's
but you gotta chug them. You have to chug them. Like, soon as you drop that beer and that shit, you gotta chug.
You gotta be quick. You gotta be real quick.
Oh man, the life lessons once again.
We'll learn you up. Yeah, we'll learn you up. We'll learn you up.
Favorite drink, by the way.
What's up?
That's Cynic's favorite drink. I believe he told me how to make one on
an Irish car bomb?
On the last episode of
Wait, Mingri, you don't know how to make an Irish car bomb? Are you serious?
No, sir, I do not.
You're white. How do you not know how to make an Irish car bomb?
I stick to the cheap shit.
You can get it cheap. You can make it cheap.
It is cheap. It's cheap on St. Patrick's Day. You should be able to walk in any bar on St. Patrick's Day and be like, bitch, give me a couple Irish car bombs. Them shits is cheap.
If it's a real Irish pub, though, they won't like that.
You know when Brett?
Yeah, correct.
When Brett gets old enough, he's gonna go in there in the bar and bring a coupon with him.
It's about to be Irish. It's gonna be Irish car bomb underscore fueled from now on.
Yeah.
Well, what was your final thoughts on the main event, Bretsky? And what was your? You give it a perfect score. My God, that's awesome.
Yeah. So Endless Northern Lights was great. That was really funny. Jericho just killed it the entire time. Him with the megaphone was funny. Him attacking the Jaguar was funny. Challenged the pin. Then he went into the booth. That was great. Him bringing back the cone on the head. That was great. Matt Jackson getting flagged for excessive celebration was great. Sammy Guevara got hit in the dick with a sprinkler. and then he almost tripped on another one. That was great. Also Jericho getting the line over him. Then the golf cart callback was awesome. I was so happy that all of our predictions came true for that match. It was great. I was so happy. Neo won. Was really excited about that. The One-Winged Angel off of that looked fucking terrible to take. So props to Sammy. Then the Gatorade bath at the end. So yeah, I mean, obviously there's faults with it. I mean, there's always gonna be fault with a match. No match is perfect, like Ceizar said. But
you gave it a full perfect score.
No, you know what I'm saying? But this is as perfect as for a Corona match, for a main event, for everything, for all the stuff that they had before to learn from. This is as perfect as you could get. So that's why I'm sticking with my rating: 10 pretzels with mustard, beer cheese.
Well, Jake, you have the final words. Have you checked any of this out, and what would you give it?
Just clips, as per usual, because that's what I do. What I have taken away from this, and it's mostly from Dynamite last night, I fucking love the Inner Circle. Like,
yeah,
they went from just a bunch of dudes. Like, I didn't like Sammy. I didn't care about Ortiz and Santana. Jake Hager didn't speak, and now he does, which is awesome. I just love them as a group now, which obviously I haven't watched it in fucking ages, but as soon as I did, I immediately gravitated towards them, and I'm like, these guys are fucking awesome. I'm a big Inner Circle guy. From what I've heard about this match and what I've seen, it seemed just like my kind of match for sure, and it brings football and wrestling together, which is always a good thing. I'm gonna give it 9 and the beer cheese. I believe that's how this works.
So match of the night. I would give it match of the night as well. Ceizar, you didn't give it the match of the night, did you?
He did.
I did, you dumb bitch. I said beer cheese when I read it.
Well, then it's all across the board. Beer cheese for everybody. This was the match of the night. Hell of a pay-per-view. I'm glad I didn't feel like I wasted any of my money. So moving on now to
Me too. I'm glad I didn't waste any money.
Me too.
Yeah.
AEW Dynamite kicks off with with the Inner Circle having too many Inner Circle Stadium Stampede champion shirts. Ortiz disoriented, thinking that Carlos had given them these shirts.
Wait, Mangria. Who was disoriented?
Ortiz.
Who was disoriented on AEW?
Ortiz, and I love that dick cheese of his. I hope it was about his pubes had the same fro, by the way.
Okay.
We kick off the action of the night with Private Party and Joey Janela versus the Young Bucks and Matt Hardy. Not Broken Matt, not V1, but the Spot Monkey. Matt Hardy coming out with the Young Bucks. Hell of a matchup. What did you guys think of this match? Did you think this was a great way to kick off AEW Dynamite, Ceizar?
I thought it was a great promo to kick it off. First, I thought it was 2 great promos because, I mean, of course, like, it's always that Super Bowl question, when you watch the Super Bowl and then you watch the team with the shirts on, like they got them right there, and you like, what the hell happened to the other shirts? Like them dudes started with Jericho was like, yeah, we only got like 3 shirts of Inner Circle wins, so we're good. And then, of course, Santana Ortiz is like, yo, man. We got a old boy. He hooked up with a discount from a truck, and he raised the truck, and there's like millions of shirts that they got to shake. I thought it was funny. I thought it was really good, and then all of the elite with Matt Hardy in the locker room, and then Hangman was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the hotel room because I got some beer on ice," and Kenny's like, "I got a jug on ice," because he's only drinking milk. Even though he's a grown-ass man, I don't know why he's just drinking milk.
He's straight edge.
Look, is he straight edge? Yeah, look, he's straight edge. He's straight edge. I ain't hating, baby. Look, do what you got to do.
I think he's straight edge.
But no, I did think it was funny how like the Young Bucks asked for like different versions of Matt Hardy, and he would just like walk off camera for 2 seconds and walk back in, and then walk off, and then walk back in, and then he was a spot monkey. And that's how they went out. And so I thought it was great. The match got real sloppy, especially when old boy got hurt. It's like they didn't know what to do.
But is that scripted or not, though? Do you think that's real?
Yeah, I see. That's the part I don't know. I don't know whether it was
because Matt Hardy went to go carry him off, and that set up what comes next. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Because even after the match, Matt Hardy. But that's what I was thinking. It's not fake because Matt Hardy carried him off camera because he knew he couldn't walk off camera or get to the outside quick enough for the next spot, and Matt Hardy wasn't a part of the next spot.
Well,
because
it looked
technically,
you guys notice
because technically that would have been a
Private
3-on-2.
Party member like peeked out under the ropes and looked at his partner and said, "Get up, get up, get up." Did you guys catch that?
Yeah,
Maybe he didn't even realize.
And then like he was on the ground, but even when he was on the ground, he was like, "No, go get in the ring." He was pointing, "Go get in the ring."
Yeah.
And Joey Janela was still just like hanging out on the ropes. Remember, Joey Janela was at that point was like on the apron, just laying there, and he was like, "No, go in." So, and it was like more bang for your buck, and then they kicked Joey Janela out of the ring.
Well, Brett.
So, and then, but yeah, Matt Hardy carried oh boy to the back just so everybody else was clear from the match. So, I mean, I hope he's not hurt, but if he is, I hope it's something like just a sprain and he can be back in like a week or two.
Well, Ceizar, we've been doing
but other than that, I thought it was great.
For a while. Did you realize that fucking the other young buck, Matt Jackson, had been absent for 98 days?
Yeah, he'd been absent since the last pay-per-view. Like because remember the last pay-per-view was
Revolution, right?
It was the Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Hangman Page.
Yeah.
And there was a rumor he got injured during that match, and then the next time on Dynamite, because it was before Jericho was supposed to go on the Fozzy tour. It was on Dynamite that they injured him and put him under the ramp, and he had to go to the hospital. And then that was the last time he was on TV. Yeah. So, yeah.
And Brett, did you catch when Joey Janela hit the DVD on Nick Jackson to the outside and he screams to the camera, "He's gonna puke"?
Yeah. I caught that. That was pretty good.
I like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is a good opener. I mean, the 6-mans are always fun, especially when you got talented guys like these in there. I think that this is going to be the pinnacle of the Broken Matt character, because if he can just switch between characters, it's going to be fucking great, and he can always keep it fresh, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, I mean, it got a little bit sloppy. I don't know. I have a hunch that the injury was it's like a real injury, but not too bad. But I don't know, which is always good in wrestling, but I hope it's not a real injury. But yeah, I mean, it's a solid way to open, and I do like the fact that that the Butcher and the Blade got involved, and just the ref did nothing. Again.
Jay, you actually watched this, correct?
I did. I actually just finished it right before we got. Well, I finished the whole thing right before we got on this podcast, and I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, the injury did take a little away from it a little bit, but the Inner Circle promo at the beginning was great. The Elite promo was pretty good. Like Bretsky said, Matt Hardy doing this different character thing. If he does that week to week, it'll get old after a while. But right now, it's fucking awesome, and I want it to keep up. So that'd be great if they keep doing that for a little bit. The Butcher and the Blade thing was fucking weird, and it just shows that AEW doesn't give a shit about the rules, which is fine, I guess. I do want to talk about something. I did, out of curiosity, just go to Pro Wrestling Tees to see if they are selling that Inner Circle champion shirt, and they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're selling it for half off. They're selling it for half off because they didn't win, obviously. And I 100%.
That's so great.
I 100%.
You got it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm getting one after this podcast is over. That's so great.
Yeah, I got to get one of those.
I had to know.
That's
I had to know if they were taking advantage of that, and they 100% are, and good for them. Fuck yeah, that's a great marketing opportunity.
It's on Pro Wrestling Tees?
So
yeah,
gold.
it's on there right now. Half off. $12.50.
That's so gold. That is gold.
I got a question for all three of you. I might be just thinking too much because I think way too damn much, but did you catch the line that JR said? I think he might have taken a quick shot at WWE when he said they could be stuck behind plexiglass.
Stuff like that annoys me.
Hold on. There was 3 shots at WWE during this.
Yes, there were
during this show. Fuck, I didn't write down the other 2. But yes,
one of them was in Cody.
No.
Cody was like, I'm a New England guy.
Yes,
I might not be
yes.
welcome back in Stanford though. And it's like,
Connecticut. No, and I'm not. No, he said Connecticut. He said I might not be welcome back in Connecticut.
That was the only good part
JR
of that
took the
promo,
shot.
though.
Yeah, JR took the shot at the plexiglass, and there was something else. Fuck, I did not. All I wrote down in my notes were 3 shots at WWE, but you would have to talk about the show, and I'd have to remember. Oh, by the way, talking about the show, I said I would ask this on the pod. So Bretsky brought up that, and AEW changes the intro with clips because some of the Double or Nothing clips are in the opening clips for AEW. So that's what I kind of wanted to ask. Do you think that's like a waste of money? Because production has to do that every week. Because remember, I brought it up last week that there's. I mean, it might not take too long, but think about it. WWE doesn't do that ever. They have their same opening. They keep it moving, but like somebody in production has to like grab those clips from Double or Nothing, chop them up, and then put them in the intro. Is that pressure on somebody? Is that extra money spent on somebody? Like,
it was a pretty quick turnaround, but I mean, as someone who used to edit videos, something like that probably wouldn't take too much because everything else is essentially the same. So it might just be a drag and drop situation.
Yeah,
like
he just has to cut because like
he has to cut 18 seconds. He finds 18 seconds of shit and puts it in there. Okay, yeah.
I also like it because it's like it's a little thing where it's like if you keep up with the program, it's like, oh hey, look at that. But also if you're a new viewer, then like you don't get old material because if they're going because WWE doesn't really do the like the match highlights or show highlights in the intro anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like really just like a bunch of different wrestlers. So if you're gonna have the show clips, I don't mind keeping it updated because it's like you're a new viewer. It's like, oh hey, what's that? It's like, oh wait, that was only last week. Oh, I gotta watch more. It's like, so I don't mind that.
Right, but you only know that if you watch the last week, though.
Yeah, no, but you can look it up. Like if you see Kenny Omega in a golf cart, you're like, oh shit, what's that? You look up Kenny Omega golf cart.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Like, you look up Kenny Omega in a golf cart, then he was on the pay-per-view running down a motherfucker with a golf cart.
And it's like, oh, wait a minute, this happened 3 days ago? Oh, shit, I got to watch more of this. You know, so I think it's smart, especially because like, I'm a marketing guy. I like it as a marketing guy, like as a marketing boy.
Yeah. Okay. No, yeah, I was just saying that because, like, all right, I got it. I got you, though. But go ahead, Maria. Sorry.
And
let's talk about the biggest part of this match.
After an impressive sequence from the Bucks and Hardy, they win. Mark Quinn of Private Party hurt. Hardy escorts Mark Quinn to the back. Butcher and the Blade then jump the railing and attack the Bucks. And then we hear another engine noise. Was it Cody again?
Oh, yeah.
Pulling up 40 feet? No, it wasn't. It was the Revival. FTR attacked the Butcher and the Blade.
I don't know them.
They're not the Revival anymore.
What?
No, they're FTR. They're officially FTR.
FTR.
Yeah, they're FTR.
What did you guys?
Yeah, fuck the rest.
They got like heat for being the Revolt or something.
Or are you glad that they did it on Dynamite? I almost called it Dynamite.
Dynamite brings more eyes to the TV program. I think more people would more people see it if you bring it on TV.
Yeah.
Correct.
And FTR stands for fuck the rest, correct?
Fuck the rest.
It stands for a lot of things.
Yep. It actually does stand for a lot of things, but for right now, the T-shirt, fuck the rest.
Right, but their tag team name is FTR, and they'll probably have a bunch of different T-shirts with a bunch of different shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except for the Revolt because they got in trouble.
Did you guys hear that they got a cease and desist letter from WWE?
Yeah.
Why?
Wait, from WWE?
Why did they get that? Is it because?
What was it?
I only heard from this random indie tag team called the Revolt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard because they wanted to be called the Revolt. That's the only thing I heard. I didn't hear it from WWE.
I think it's just the indie tag team called the Revolt that got all pissed off.
I think it was a good debut. Do you think it would have made more of an impact on the pay-per-view, or are you glad they did it on the Dynamite?
No, it's good they did it on Dynamite because,
for sure,
especially with the match that they had on the pay-per-view, if they're going for the Bucks versus FTR, which obviously, they can't. Why would they interfere in the Stadium Stampede? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No, that would have been dumb.
Yeah, that would have been stupid. It would have at the first point, it would have been like, oh shit, the revival. And I was like,
It would have been super cool, but it also, like, if you think about it, it would have been an awful debut.
Yeah, so I like this. I also like the throwback, like the stuff they did where it's like they were Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was awesome. This was great. At first, I was like, "Oh, Butcher and the Blade can feud with the Bucks," and I was like, "Oh shit, they're the fucking FTR."
My only beef with it was the camera angle. I wish they didn't immediately show them as they were pulling in.
Yeah, right.
Give you a little more surprise. It's still fucking surprising. Like, I knew it was coming. Pretty much a lot of people knew it was coming because that's the most, like, that makes the most sense for them. But the camera immediately went directly on their faces, and I'm like, oh, yeah, there they are.
Well, Ceizar, do you think the FTR attacking the Butcher and the Blade makes them faces, or do you think FTR attacking Butcher and the Blade was like, hey, these guys are ours, you can't attack them because we're going to fuck them up?
Franklin Roosevelt?
FDR.
No, I just thought it was like they kind of see the Bucks as, I don't know, I kind of thought they set it up as they see the Bucks as like a number one tag team that they have to get past.
Like, they respect them.
Yeah, they respect them enough because they respect the tag team. They're not faces. They're not heels. They're kind of tweeners right now. Yeah, they beat up Butcher and the Blade because they're going to set up that feud to maybe have a match with them either next week or in a couple of weeks. Because now the Butcher and the Blade are back.
And they're
so they'll set up a feud. Yeah, and they're pissed. So they'll set up a feud with them. And then if they do win, they'll try to move their talents to the Bucks because they feel like if they beat the Bucks, they can, they'll be on that hype that, well, bitch, we beat the fucking Young Bucks. We can take the tag team championships. No matter if it's like Best Friends or Kenny Omega and them. I did want to bring up how I like the fact that Chris Jericho said that the Elite named this after them and they're dipshits for it, because if you honestly think about it, like Cody gets that middle of the ring set up when he comes out, not now because they're in Jacksonville.
Right.
But the Bucks come out. When the Bucks came out, they have those cannons that shoot money, which are dollars, bucks.
They're bucks, yeah.
And they have their face on. Yeah, they have their face on it, and you have to clear it out the ring every time. I kind of agree with Chris Jericho on that fact. Only on that promo, he's like, these dipshits named a company after themselves, and they think they're hot shit because of it. So I kind of want to see them fail. Like, I mean, honestly, they're faces, but I kind of see them as heels because they're the Elite, and it's all Elite wrestling. So when I see,
that's how I feel about Cody too. Same thing.
It could easily make them heels.
No, me too. No, me too.
Yeah, we're on the same page with that.
Me too. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, Hangman's not trying to associate with them, so I feel like Hangman is like cool enough to be like, bitch, I was fighting Chris Jericho for the AEW championship. I was kind of on my own, but I like Kenny enough to do shit with Kenny. But if worse comes worse and we lose these tag belts, I'm going back on my own. And don't get me wrong, Kenny's a great competitor on his own too. He was holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I feel like them two just being the tag team championships are because they're two guys who could hold the AEW championship. And then because they are so great, they found a cohesive way to work together and be together. And that's why they can't be stopped as the tag team champs.
I know I've talked about it a lot, but that's another reason I think the Best Friends should probably win it off of them, to have a feud between Hangman and Kenny. Because there's been dissension in the ranks already. So just have that feud, which will be an amazing feud, and then have the Best Friends just fight all these tag teams that you have around. There's a fuck ton of tag teams right now. So
and the Best Friends can also drop it to FTR down the line.
Yeah.
Like if we assume that FTR goes over the Young Bucks, which they should in the feud,
they should 100%.
Then if Best Friends are tag champs, then that's a match that I would want to see, and that's also like I wouldn't mind Best Friends dropping it to FTR, because It's not members of the Elite, and it makes sense. You know,
it would probably
work.
be in like a few months. Like they'd probably have it for a decent amount of time.
Oh yeah,
it just makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
True.
And we'll get the other fuck shit with the tag teams after this, but geez, yeah, that makes sense.
What, Jimmy Havoc and whoever the fuck he's with now?
Yeah, no, we'll get to that after, but that's
we will definitely get to that. We will definitely get to that after
the commercial.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying about like the tag team division, and that's what I'm saying about the tag team division. Like I get why the guys are together. They haven't lost the belts because they haven't been together. It's kind of like some Matt Riddle Pete Dunne shit. Except Hangman was probably just stuck in Montana or some other fucking country shit he was stuck in versus like Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle. Pete Dunne's stuck in fucking England. So he has to get a whole flight across the pond versus Hangman could have really drove 36 hours if he really wanted to. But it's like, look, you gonna pay me? It's Rona. Fucking, I'll drive down to Florida, but you gotta find me a place to stay. So, I mean, I get it on that part, but yeah, they're not a real tag team. Two guys together.
No.
Mangria knows how much I hate when two guys get together and form a tag team.
Well, to be fair,
just cause.
To be fair, I allow it because they're all part of the Elite.
The Elite, yeah.
That's why. But it makes sense. It's not like, fucking Chad Gable and Bobby Roode,
Oh my God.
Which, even though they were good, they
ended up being
it didn't make sense. They had good matches because of course they did, but like it doesn't make sense. Like this at least makes sense because they're all from the same faction.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It was weird.
Sabian and Jimmy Havoc.
No, that makes sense because this is the whole thing they've been building is that they're roommates and all that shit. So they're like,
but to Jake's point, he was like, like Hangman has beef with Matt Jackson.
Yeah.
And yes, they had a match and they still have beef. Like your whole point in wrestling is once you fight somebody and know what there's about, and you both are like faces or something, you're supposed to have respect for yourself. I mean, like we could talk about this with NXT. There was a fucking promo with fucking Orkin and that other fuck. Like once you fight somebody, all right, fight somebody, and you're both faces. Like you're supposed to have. I mean, you could take that with comic books, fucking anime, fucking fucking wrestling. Once you fight somebody and you're both faces, just have respect. You know how that person acts because you see how they fight. You have respect for each other on a fighter level. That's how they are. But Matt Jackson and fucking Hangman Page, they had that tag match against each other, which Nick Jackson got hurt. But they still don't have that respect because Hangman's like, fucking, I'm out of here, man. Like, kick rocks. See, Kenny has that respect because he's like, yo, I got a jug of milk. So I'll drink with you. I'm going to get drunk. But I'll still hang out with you because we the champs and we boys. Like Kenny has that much respect that he knows that's what Hangman wants to do. He's like, yo, man, yeah, we out. Fuck it. We gone. Let's have a cheers. I'm going to drink bourbon. You going to drink milk during a Stampede match? We cheersing because we boys. We a team. We lit. But, like, he doesn't have the connection with anybody else. So,
I can definitely see how you guys bring this podcast to, like, 3 hours because you guys just go off, and I fucking love it.
You know what I kind of want to see now, though? I kind of want to see not just Hangman. I kind of want to see Hangman and Kenny as a heel team against the Elite now.
That'd be cool.
That would be dope. That would be super dope. Keep the titles out
of it, though. I want to keep the titles out of it.
Also, if you remember, and again, I know we're getting a little bit past it, but like, if you remember at some point when they're doing between the commercials and they had the it's like, stay tuned, we're gonna check in on Hangman and Kenny.
Yeah, and it was them in the hotel room.
What the fuck is this camera doing? And maybe it's like, the Bucks are spying on him, some bullshit like that. But I wouldn't mind that.
It was pretty funny.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Let's move on to the next segment here.
Yeah, what happened next?
After that, Moxley comes out, joins the commentary, while Taz and Cage makes his Dynamite debut versus Sacrificial Lamb, Lee Johnson.
Do we even need to talk about this?
Well,
Johnson means dick.
Cage basically murders Lee with the drill claw. It was like a suplex pile driver, reminiscent to what Scott Steiner used to do in WCW. And then I just wrote, is Cage short? Because I just can't get over that.
He's short and thick. We've been over this.
Taz then cuts a promo to Moxley. It was pretty decent. Beat him
I
if
liked
you
that.
can. Survive if he lets you.
He
Ceizar.
fucked up a little bit, but it was good.
Ceizar, do you think Lee Johnson got paid well for this?
Lee Johnson. Wait. We're talking about the Cage and fucking Taz match?
Yeah, this
Cage and
quick
Lee
little
Johnson.
squash match between Cage.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, is Taz drunk? Because I feel like he just kept repeating himself during this promo.
Yeah, he was like kind of stumbling over words a little bit.
He's like, Brian Cage is a machine. Like, I feel like he said Brian Cage is a machine a lot. And then he was like, what are you going to do, Moxley, when you step against Brian Cage, this machine? Blah, 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 blah. And like,
maybe it was not as good as I thought.
This is what I'm saying. Like, why is this guy who had one match gets a shot at the champ when you have a fucking whole rating system of guys who should get a shot at the champ, but then this guy gets a shot at a pay-per-view at the champ? But let's just say Moxley's not the champ at the pay-per-view, because let's say you have a title shot and you change it on fucking Dynamite, and then fucking he's not the champ at the shot. But yeah, I don't know, man. I was just like, whatever. Moxley was there. He had the belt. He asked JR for a Moscow Mule. I thought that was funny. And then Excalibur said under the desk. I thought that was funny. And then it was just a squash match, so I didn't care.
Yeah, if Brian Cage wins at their next Fyter Fest, I think it is.
Yeah.
Fyter Fest. That is, as Ceizar would say, certified fuck shit, because that would make no sense at all. Mox
it depends how they build.
It makes Mox not matter though. Like, it seems like he's been compared to Jericho, he has been nothing.
Well, yeah, but you also have to look at it like, Brian Cage is not a WWE guy, so that might be a reason. But also, like, again, it's the same thing with Brody Lee. Why I like the finish and how it didn't diminish him. If he's a new guy, so like he's getting thrust right into the title scene, just like Brody Lee. You can't have Brody Lee lose clean, which they didn't, but you can't have Mox win by like a pass out again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's what it was. MJF said. That's what it was. MJF said, like, why am I not top of the charts?
Yeah.
Because I didn't come from some other company like other people did to be champion.
That wasn't a shot at WWE. That's why I didn't know what you're talking about. That was more like a shot at
everyone.
No, but how was that not a shot at WWE? Because technically, Cody's a champion who came from WWE. Mox is a champion who came from WWE. Well, that is a shot.
It's more of a shot at AEW execs, though, isn't it? Because, like, they came from somewhere else, so they already had notoriety.
He said, I don't have a following like guys who are champion. It's a double shot. No, it's great. It's great for MJF because it's a double shot.
Yeah, yes, yeah. That's true.
He said, why am I not? He said, why am I not ranked? Why am I not ranked?
Yeah, he's got a point.
Because he was like, I'm not ranked. I think TNT executives don't want me in the ranking, which technically Cody is a TNT executive or an AEW executive.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, because he's the vice president, and now he's the fucking TNT champion.
It makes so much sense now that I think about it.
Yeah. And he goes, because I didn't come from another company like other guys, so technically it is a shot at both, which I think is I think it's kind of a brilliant promo, like I said.
Oh yeah.
MJF, who's one of the GOATs on the mic right now. I'm sorry to say, it's a shot at both.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
Yeah, it's one thing to take a shot at WWE, but he kind of shot at both of them because he's like, yeah, these two fucks from WWE. Like even Zenka said it. You got to get belts on people who don't have the stank of WWE on them.
Yeah,
like it's a shot at both. Yeah, these two guys couldn't make it in WWE, so they're both the guys who own titles in AEW, and MJF is like, fuck both companies because I'm 7-0 and I'm not even ranked to get a title shot.
9-0 now. I think he's fucking 9-0.
Yeah, he's 9-0.
But yeah,
it's 9-1 if you count the Battle Royal.
Yeah, but again, it's that the Battle Royal is
okay. After the fact, you count the Battle Royal. He's 9-1, but when he came out for the Battle Royal,
he was 9.
That's when they said. That's when they said first time ever being ranked first
Crazy.
Yeah, he was the fucking
contender.
number one contender for the world title.
Yeah, that's the first time he's ever been ranked that way. Even though if he came out 9-0, that means after the pay-per-view he was 8-0, wasn't ranked. Before that, he wrestled on TNA against Marco Stunt. He was 6-0, beat Marco Stunt 7-0, still wasn't ranked. And there's people up there who have losses.
Can I want to ask you guys a question? Back to the segment when
this will be my last question. Make it good.
I'm sorry, Mangria. We're getting off track. I'm sorry.
Drill claw. He did the suplex pile driver. Do you guys remember Scott Steiner doing that in WCW? And do you remember what he called it?
I do.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Baby child.
Not born.
Actually, I do.
I was thinking Steiner recliner, but that's his camel clutch. I don't remember what he called that suplex pile driver, and I can understand why they outlawed it. It looks fucking super dangerous to whoever's doing it better know what they're doing.
That drill crawl could go the wrong way quick, and I understand that shit. And I was like, damn, that shit looks dangerous as fuck.
I hope he only does it to like Darby Allin types.
Yeah, he
gotta make my
final
final statements.
Go for it, Jake.
It's past my bedtime. I gotta make my final statements. So I'm gonna skip ahead real quick just to the Battle Royal. I don't remember when that actually happened, but Orange Cassidy is a fucking amazing talent in every single way, and I want everyone to know that.
Agreed.
Okay, wait, Jake. When you watch AEW, so you saw it this week, but the previous week they've been calling his Superman punch a rising strike.
No, they called it a Superman.
But Jake
called it Superman on this one.
Everybody else, shut the fuck up. I'm talking to Jake.
Okay.
I'm talking to Jake. They called it a Superman punch this week. Would you rather them call it a Superman punch or a rising strike?
Superman punch. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, okay. That's all I wanted. That's all I need to know, sir. That's all I need to know. That's all I need.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a trademarked thing. Like anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Well, it might be.
It might be.
Because JR very quickly after saying that said, I mean, like, a Superman-like maneuver. And
but then he said it again.
Yeah. So normally Excalibur or Tony's been calling it, and they've been calling it a rising strike.
Yeah. But JR's old and he doesn't know where he is. Okay, that's my final statement. It's been lovely talking to you, gentlemen, and I am signing off for the evening.
Thank you very much, Jake, for joining us, and have a good night.
Anytime.
Good night, Jake.
Get some sleep.
Do you think Orange Cassidy's Superman punch should be called Freshly Squeezed?
Yes.
Something different. I mean,
I don't know.
Call the juicer. Give him a submission and make him call it the juicer. Something.
The juicer.
See, if he had a submission, I would call it the juicer because that would be gold.
They got to come up with something different for that Superman punch. It's not that difficult.
Yeah, but what are you gonna
or something?
Or maybe the high C?
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
The high C.
Ceizar, would you fucking send them emails? What the hell's wrong with you, man? You could be making money.
Bro, look. I only come up with good shit when I've been drinking, baby. Like when I'm sober, I don't think of this shit. I just think I'm mad because they don't call it something else. But, I've been drinking. Now I want to call it the high C.
Day one of Ceizar working for AEW, he's going to be sitting in the boardroom with an IV of bourbon. He'd be like, all right, give it a couple seconds. The ideas will be flowing soon, gentlemen.
Yeah. let it kick in, bitches. As soon as it does, I'm writing. Just give me a laptop and a dream.
Well, after the commercial break, Britt Baker in a wheelchair wheeled out by Reba. I don't know. Her name was something different last time, but Reba. Tony interviews the rules of being a role model. It was funny how she kept listing all the people because it was a conspiracy. She said, Chris being an alien, crock of shit. I thought that was pretty fucking entertaining. She listed all kinds of conspiracy theories. She hits Tony with the stick because he was standing in the camera view of the easel there with their notes on him. Aubrey Edwards is the mastermind to all of this. And she will return by All Out. I don't know who she's going to face. But Brett, what did you think of this pretty entertaining segment featuring Britt Baker?
I like Britt Baker more and more each week. This was great. I love this. Her wheelchair was called the Roll Model, ROLL, and I fucking laughed my ass off at that. That was great. Everything I like this. A heel character on a conspiracy theory is always good, but Britt Baker is so good on the mic and with her character work that I really like this. And it could go a lot of different ways. She could go crazy. She could a bunch of different fuck shit. I like this. They're keeping the character on TV and relevant while she's hurt, which is great. And I like the fact I just loved it. It was very entertaining. It was funny. It was good. I'm very happy with this, and I'm becoming more and more of a Britt Baker fan each week.
Well, Ceizar, has Britt Baker became your role model?
Bitch, I told you dumb hoes on the fucking on the pre-show. You call her by her whole name, and you still haven't.
Mrs. Adam Cole.
Dr. Baker, DMD. You give respect to that woman that got her that title because she is so great. Look, I told y'all. See, I'm ahead of the curve of you bitches. I feel like I'm ahead of the curve of y'all. Y'all didn't like MJF. You saw him fight Jungle Boy.
Hey,
y'all on the dick now. Y'all on the dick now. I told you fucks about Britt Baker on the pre-show. Call her Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Now all of a sudden, Bretsky waxing poetic on Britt Baker. I told you, motherfuckers. You respect Britt Baker. She gold. That you can't tell me that shit wasn't gold, Mangria. You cannot tell me that promo was not gold. She had an assistant roll her out.
Silly bitch, but you didn't call her by her full name a couple seconds ago.
I'm sorry.
So you're stomping all over your own silly bitch.
Wait, I'm confused. Hold on a second. Mangria, who are you talking about?
Oh, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, has some great dick cheese. I tell you what.
Damn right. You damn right she does, you motherfucker. You goddamn right she does. She is gold. She is gold right now. Her and Tony are already great.
Yeah.
On camera. But when she had that bitch flip the pages and then get the board and then put the conspiracy theory, bruh. She said, I'll be back at All Out and rolled her ass out. Bro, that shit was some gold.
And the wheelchair has a name. It's the role model. It's fucking great.
Yes, sir. Yo, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, is some fucking gold. I'm sorry. That's gold. She's gold, man.
The Inner Circle was interviewed about the upcoming pep rally, and Jericho all fired up about
Shut your ass, Mark ass. Shut your ass, Mark ass.
All hyped up about it. When you see Orange Cassidy then lingering in the background, they all stop and look at him. And Jericho's offended, you might say. After this pep rally interview, we get Christy James versus Hikaru Shida.
Oh, yes.
The AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida. I think the match lasted kind of too long for a champ versus a rookie. Still a decent match. Shida wins with the Falcon Arrow. Brett, what were your thoughts on Christy James?
So I took like a handful of notes on AEW and NXT, and this is the only note I have on this match. Who is Christy James, and how can I get her free OnlyFans? I think she's a rookie. And again, the same, like, if she was doing, obviously she's not great in the ring, at least from this match. Like Shida, you could tell, was carrying a lot of it, but she has, like, this Christy James chick has a great look. Was doing some pretty good character work with like the whole dance, Shida dance, and no, you can't dance, and like tripping her up, all that stuff. I think JR mentioned it, but I truly think that in a couple of years, she could be like a top contender in the women's division. She just needs some fine tuning and like some more ring work. But I feel like there's a lot of potential there. She has the look already. It seems like she has a lot of charisma. She just needs to get the ring work down. But I feel like there's a lot of potential there.
Well, Ceizar, did you check out Christy's ass? She got that donk as well.
Yeah, I also looked for her OnlyFans, and I got paid today, so I was ready to pay it. But I didn't see one. So I was highly disappointed. I searched hard. I tried to spell her name weird with like numbers and letters and like, you know, emojis and shit. I didn't find it.
Well, did you take notes on this match?
I did not, but I thought she looked hot. And then once I knew Sheeta was coming out, I knew it was a squash for Sheeta. But I still try to look for the bitches OnlyFans. You know, I'm just saying. It's hard out in the streets, man. Ask Sticks Adams. He knows.
Well, hey, Christy James, if you're listening, please, for the love of Christ, for the love of the tripod sessions, get an OnlyFans, because then you can shut up and take our money.
Well, no. I got a coupon, but yeah.
Yeah.
Brett has a 2 nudes, get 1 free coupon.
My man.
And during the commercial break, this is where you guys were talking about. They had picture-in-picture Paige and Omega hanging out in the hotel room, drinking. That was an interesting theory you guys had about them being paranoid about the Young Bucks spying on them. I don't even know if they'll reference that next week, but I like that theory you guys had. Arn and
why else would they show it though? Why else would they show it and like make a whole point of let's check in on the Young Bucks or on Paige and Omega and have Paige be so obsessed with the camera? There has to be
camera. Yeah, like Kenny had the remote, and then they saw that they were themselves, and he pointed it out, and then after the fact, like they were like, yeah, like the TV's on us in the room, and they were like clicking milk and beers and hanging out and drinking.
I understand what you guys are saying, but Tony made reference to the fact that during the picture-in-picture, we're gonna see what Omega and Paige were up to, so it's like it was known to everybody else but Paige and Omega.
That's the point, though. Young Bucks are EVPs. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Man, they're throwing those titles around very loose and fast, right? Because Cody's won, Omega's won.
The Bucks?
The entire Elite, probably?
No, not Hangman.
Poor Hangman.
Well, technically Hangman, but...
No, he's not an EVP.
Hangman's our hero, Brett. How dare you?
Hangman is our hero, but he's not an EVP.
Blasphemy.
Listen, maybe when I'm 21, he'll be my hero.
But no, he is in the Elite because he's with Kenny.
He's in the Elite, yeah. No, he's in the Elite. He's just not an executive vice president.
Well, yeah, he don't care about that shit, man. You know, Hangman, he doing work, man. He doing work. He don't about that shit.
Well, as they come back from break, Arn and Cody come out, and Tony interviews them, and this is the fuck shit interview that Jake was hating on. Cody then initiates the open challenge for the Still Silver TNT Championship. Are you guys excited to see the future challengers in Cody's future?
I am definitely.
John Cena. What? I'm sorry, I sneezed. I'm sorry, Bretsky. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Was that the 4th shot at WWE?
It was 3 and 4 by my book. But go ahead, Bretsky. I'll talk about it later. Go ahead. Sorry, sir.
All right. Yeah, I like the idea of an open challenge. Whether or not it is a shot at WWE, I like it because again, it brings out hope that Cody has a short title reign. And I like the idea. It gives the opportunity for them to have these young guys and these rookies, these people you don't see on TV that often, or the veterans like Christopher Daniels and those kinds of people come out and have good, because Cody can have a good match with pretty much anyone. So it gives them that opportunity. And I like it. I don't mind it one bit.
Are you guys bothered that the belt's not changed yet? And
yes.
I don't even remember where I saved that picture from, but I got that picture from somewhere that the belt was going to turn red and gold. What do you guys?
Well, because they can't get it yet. They can't get it yet because of COVID.
They can't get it yet, but Zenka had the pre-picture, and he dropped it in a chat. I think he dropped it in the APPW chat.
Okay. Well, after this, we get.
Well, my thoughts. Sorry, to actually give my thoughts about this, Mangria. I just want to skip it. because I just made a joke.
Fast.
No, Bretsky talked about it. Like I don't think this is great for APPW because I think Cody's gonna have a long title reign.
Well, I thank you for mentioning
what I meant.
AEW, but we're talking about AEW, Ceizar. Come on now, come on.
You know what? Fuck it. Who are we talking about, Mangria?
We're talking about AEW.
Yeah, but who was in the ring during the segment?
It was the Cody initiates the open challenge.
Yeah. Cody. What about Cody? What about Cody?
Cody initiates the open challenge.
No, come on. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bet about Cody. Yeah, you stupid.
You know what? You know what I did?
Yeah, come on.
Over the weekend, I congratulated Cody. I got some of his dick cheese. I put it on some toast. I put it in the oven, melted it up, heated it up real nice. Some extra salami on there, and I munched it up real good.
I bet you did, you fruit booty. But anyway, this segment felt like a Cody kind of John Cena open challenge that I'm going to get the middle card guys over, but I'm not going to lose to him. Because if you think about that John Cena open challenge, did he lose it to anybody? No, he beat Kevin Owens.
He did. Kevin Owens.
He beat Zack Ryder. Well, yeah, he lost eventually to Kevin Owens, but he beat Kevin Owens. He beat Zack Ryder. He beat a lot of mid-card guys who wasn't getting time on the show. And now, he's going to fight Jungle Boy first. Come on, Jungle Boy's not going to lose. I mean, Jungle Boy's not going to win. He's going to beat Jungle Boy. He's going to beat other guys who come out there. He's not going to lose probably until a pay-per-view because it's not like a WWE pay-per-view where you have like 3 weeks and then there's a pay-per-view. There's like 8-9 weeks to a pay-per-view with AEW. So I think the run with Cody being the first champion is going to go on for a long while. Because, I mean, hell, even Jericho held the title for a minute. He held the title through multiple pay-per-views. They tried to hide it through tag matches and what, but, I mean, there's not that many AEW pay-per-views. And they probably want title changes on major pay-per-views versus Dynamite when they're battling NXT for shit. So I feel like this is going to be a long thing with Cody, and he's going to be beating just mid-card guys. So, like, one of those mid-card guys you think are, like, major enough to take it from him.
Yeah, that pretty much seems like the way it's going to go. Hopefully, though, hopefully they change our minds because, they have wowed us in the past with changing things because we're so set in our ways of WWE thinking. Hopefully, maybe the second person, Cody, gets the invitation. And by the way, he said invitation, and it was in an envelope. When you say you have an invitation, aren't they just supposed to come out?
True.
I don't know what was up with that. But anyway, after the commercial break, Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc, with the greatest asset in AEW, Penelope, take on SCU. Of course, the greatest asset grabs Kazarian's foot, allowing Havoc and Kip to win. I didn't take that many notes on this match because I didn't really give a fuck. Brett, did you give a fuck?
This is absolute fuck shit right here. Why the fuck are these two teams getting a title opportunity? Like, why are they fighting for a title opportunity? What do they do? What do they do? I mean, listen, it was a good match because they're all of them are good competitors, and I like the idea of Kip Sabian being in a tag team with a guy like Jimmy Havoc until he truly finds his footing and can be like a TNT champion. But why the fuck are these guys gonna get a title opportunity next week? Like, why? Like, what do they do? Yeah, they beat him. They won a match, but are they even ranked? Or if the rankings matter, are Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian even ranked as a tag team?
Ceizar, bust out them rankings.
I didn't take it down because I don't really give a fuck about AEW anymore after this pay-per-view and the fuck shit. But, I mean, if you want, it's a quick Google search away. Bretsky, obviously, if you're on your phone, could you please Google it? Because I have some notes from the last segment as well as this segment. So I could cover some time if you want to do a little Google search.
I got it.
Because you can go literally to like AEW.com. There is like a page just for the rankings and just scroll down to the tag team. So including with my shit from Cody. I mean, we didn't talk about it, but I was like, is the bunny trying to recruit QT Marshall to their crew? Because if you notice, the bunny was talking to QT Marshall while Cody was giving his promo, and Brandy and Dustin were in the ring while Cody was cutting his promo. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Cody can cut some motherfucking promos. He can cut them. Because he was cutting them like, he said Dustin got all the dusty, but he said he got his promos, kind of the hard work from his. He's like, if you get on the track, I'll outrun you, blah, blah. Also, he said the word grit. So I don't know if you guys that, but he did say grit. And I was like, that's crazy because grit seems like a big word in promos right now. Edge is always talking about grit. Now Cody's talking about grit.
Moxley said it too.
Yeah, Moxley's talking about hard work and grit. Everybody, I'm just saying, like, grit is like a popular word bringing up in wrestling right now. So I mean, it's just a new thing. But anyway, about the match that happened afterward, I was like, SCU always delivers. I thought it was a great tag match. Thought it was really good. Then the Penelope Ford, she gets involved because she has to for her man, Kip Sabian, and I was like, the new blood are in the ranks. I thought it was good, but even though I know that the pay-per-view, like, why are you having a match? Like, whoever wins this match fights the tag champs next week when you have a number one contender match at the pay-per-view on Saturday. So I'm like, really, that's what I was really thinking about. Like, I was like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you having a guaranteed championship match with two people not in the rankings versus the 1 and 2 in the rankings, a number one contender match on Saturday? So does that mean best friends can challenge whenever they want, like a pay-per-view or 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, versus like these guys get a match next week? Like, why wouldn't you have best friends on this? Because it's the TV we see versus like, people who didn't watch the pay-per-view. Oh, well, they don't know who best friends are. I mean, maybe they've been watching every week and they're like, best friends are killing it every week. Why are they not on this week's Dynamite? So that's what I thought about that.
Do you think it's because
tag team rankings? I have these pulled up, and two fuck shit things. A, Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc are not ranked, and B, well, I mean, actually it's three. The second one is Young Bucks 2 and 2 are ranked number 5, and Dark Order is 5 and 0, but they are ranked as number 4, whereas number 3, Private Party, is 4 and 2.
See? This is what I'm saying, bro.
Do you guys think they will turn this into a triple threat, or do you think it's because of the Corona rules that they don't want to have 6 men in the ring fighting, so they're gonna have this number one?
Corona rule?
They're having they're having they said it on TV. They said whoever wins the titles or whoever has the titles after next week faces best friends at Fyter Fest.
I see.
Yeah, so it's technically because Hangman hasn't been there all of Corona because he's been locked down. And then they probably just want him to have some matches to get the ring rust off of him, to have a great match against best friends at a pay-per-view where more people will be watching versus like people like be like, oh, well, it's just on TV. I don't care. I'll watch the pay-per-views. I guarantee it's more like that than like anything else.
Is that all your guys' thoughts on this? Do you want me to move on?
Yeah. We can go on.
MJF cuts a very great video promo, and we kind of saw the very first signs of MJF treating Wardlow like shit, and Wardlow's like, what? Did you guys catch that? He like yelled in his face, and then he goes, I don't like this.
I don't like this.
You tell him, Bresky.
Too soon. Batista didn't turn on Triple H for a couple of years. Way too soon. MJF needs Wardlow right now, and Wardlow needs MJF right now. Wardlow ain't ready. Wardlow's great. Wardlow's like a young Brock Lesnar, it looks like. Young Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. He can dominate in the ring. Really athletic guy. Not ready for a singles run. MJF is not ready for a solo singles run.
Well, Ceizar, why do you think they did this so early? What's the point of this?
Because it's on some fuck shit. And to continue on the Bretsky shit, yeah, Batista didn't even turn on Reverend Devon this early. Like, let's be honest, and that shit didn't even pan through. Like, come on, son. Let's really be honest. Let's keep MJF and Wardlow together because they are fucking gold. And that's all I got. They're fucking gold. If you split them up, it's gonna be shit.
Unless it's all like a plan for MJF and he's gonna face Cody and be like, oh, Wardlow's trying to distract me, but then he distracts Cody and they're like, haha, it was all our plan. That's the only way I'll be okay with it.
No, what, facts. Yeah, that's the only way I'll be okay with it. Yeah, because like some Wardlow, like, you know what? Fuck you, MJF. And like, I'm striking out on my own. But instead, he hits Cody at a paper. But it's got to be a pay-per-view. It's got to be a big money match. It's got to be a pay-per-view. He strikes out against MJF, but actually hits Cody. MJF gets the TNT title from Cody. Then it would be gold. But it's got to be the next pay-per-view. It can't be no long reign. It's got to be. It's got to be Fyter Fest. It's got to be.
Well, this segment was a precursor to the Battle Royal for the #1 contendership for the TNT title. I just wrote down some random notes here. Funny that Orange Cassidy got jumped by Santana and Ortiz. Luchasaurus.
Triple threat next week.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Luchasaurus chokeslams Luther out of the damn ring. He lands on the apron, which of course is the hardest part of the ring. Marco tries to throw Luchasaurus by grabbing his leg after that. It was pretty funny. Colt Cabana eliminated. Dark Order tries to recruit him. JR kept calling MJF a Richard. Orange Cassidy and Jungle Boy were the final two, where Jungle Boy wins. What are your guys' notes on this pretty good Battle Royal?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Savage F Foxtrot in the chat.
Yeah.
But no, I thought the Battle Royal was really good. Hold on, where are my notes at? Oh well, first of all, my notes were Dasha can get it. So I was already out here. I was like, man, Dasha can get it. I was like, so a rumble. Oh, I wrote so a rumble after Money in the Bank, MJF 8.0, but obviously he's first in the rankings right now, so I wasn't really tripping. But no, to bring up my point about the pay-per-view that I wrote in the chat that the people don't know. Yeah, I pay attention to certain things, and it was 2 and 8 for people who come out first. Like Sheeta and MJF are the people who won, who came out first. Like everybody else who came out second, like won the match. Like I don't know. I mean, I'm just a stickler for patterns or something. I'm not like a mathematician or some fuck shit, but I notice patterns that come out that way. Sometimes people like are mad during pay-per-views, like, yo, why is the champion coming out first? Why is the guy with the belt coming out first? And it turns out that he wins the fucking match. Because like people are like, if you really watch the whole pay-per-view, it'd be like, oh well, everybody who came out first won, bitch. So it was 9-0. Like like sometimes it's like that. Sometimes Vince calls it like that. Sometimes Tony Khan and Cody call it like that. So that's why honestly, Bretsky, that's why I kind of tried to make the side bet against you when I saw that the Inner Circle came out first. I was like, well, and then not to lie, I was like, oh, well, everybody who won came out first. So I got a better chance because I picked the Inner Circle. So I picked the Elite because I was like, everybody else who came out first. So I tried to make the side bet with the Vanguard. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll win and get both these fucks. I don't think, did you tell Mangria to get dick cheese on anybody? Because I burned my 2.
Yes,
I don't know if you burnt your 2.
I said I had him do it for Penelope Ford, but was it Penelope? Well, it was one of them. It was a chick.
It was a chick.
Baker, right?
Yeah. Britt Baker.
Yeah, it was Britt Baker. Yeah. Don't worry. I got something in mind. But
okay.
But yeah, in terms of the Battle Royal, I will say, I find midgets and like little people funny. Oh wow! All right, fucking Jesus.
Jesus
I find them
Christ,
funny.
Brett.
I find them, bro. And listen, we've been talking for 3 hours. It's,
I know.
But it's I find little people funny. Was like, especially something like that. Marco's stunt is starting to get less and less endearing to me. And maybe it's just me.
Right. No. It's not just you. It's not just you.
That guy. I hate him.
Like at first, I was like, "Oh, haha," it's funny. He's with the tall band, ha ha ha. But it's like, and yeah, it's cool. He can do some of the stuff. But like he just, like I don't know. He's wearing off. But also other than that, I mean, I liked Orange Cassidy coming in late, but it was really funny the fact that he rolled in to the ring. And JR is going, oh, down to the final 3. It's MJF, Wardlow, and Jungle Boy. And Orange Cassidy's in the ring at this point, standing up.
Yeah.
And then JR eventually goes, oh, wait a minute, Orange Cassidy. All right, Jesus. Like, get your glasses checked. But,
JR doesn't give Orange Cassidy any credit unless he's like halfway Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
During his matches like versus Rey Fenix that 1 week.
Yep. But, my other thing about this match, like I don't mind MJF being eliminated, whatever. I also, again, we'll see how it pans out with MJF hitting the Wardlow with the ring. We'll see how that pans out in the long run. But
yeah,
I feel like I don't know if the ending was supposed to be Jungle Boy, because the way it looked kind of weird the way Orange Cassidy went out, and then Jungle Boy's face when Orange Cassidy got out, he's like, wait, do I win? And like for a while he kept doing it. So I don't know if it was a botch or if it was meant to be. I don't mind Jungle Boy winning, but if it was a botch, I'm kind of annoyed because I would have loved to see Orange Cassidy win. But I'm fine with either of them as winners. It was a fun little match. But yeah, that's the only question I have is the botch. Was it a botch or not?
I think Jungle Boy was supposed to win. I mean, because like if you really look at that matchup at the pay-per-view, and then you like try to go like, all right, look at the whole matchup, and then look at the surprise entrance, and you don't know the surprise entrance. Everybody was kind of picking Orange Cassidy, and just because they're like, oh man, fucking Orange Cassidy, he's the best pick to win to get it, so he should have a match. And then you have a Battle Royal versus the Cody, the mid card match, and they're like, oh man, look, fucking yeah, it's kind of like same people, whatever, blah blah. But yeah, like at the end is Orange Cassidy and Jungle Boy. Who's the fuck's gonna pick Jungle Boy? I think Orange Cassidy, because he only got hot at the end of the match versus like being hot during the match. You know, like you know, Orange Cassidy sometimes he builds up.
But he got hot during the Jungle Boy lost though. I mean, again, Orange Cassidy lost too, but it was a ladder match, so it's more forgivable. MJF just beat him, and now you're gonna tell me he's gonna win? Like, I don't get that.
I'm gonna have
exactly.
It has something to do with influence from Jericho and Cody. They're pretty big on Jungle Boy. I'm gonna have to say that's
part of the influence. Take nothing away from him. He's great. I love Jungle Boy, and he has a great future. But
also remember that Orange Cassidy got jumped at the beginning of this match.
Yeah.
By the Inner Circle.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you got to factor that in, so like he still has that excuse of, oh no, man, like, and then like best friends can like plan this out before Fyter Fest to like fuck with the Inner Circle. Of course, the Elite can fuck with the Inner Circle. Now best friends
versus Santana or Ortiz will be good.
Oh my God, this shit will be so good. I mean, but like I feel like it'll be better if like best friends win the chips. And then they try to fuck with Santana. And then, you know, then Santana Ortiz try to fuck with best friends. Because they're already fucking with Orange Cassidy. But, like, I mean, wins Fyter Fest, wins all this shit going down.
They don't know yet because I think they're waiting on COVID. I think it's, like, up in the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, but, Inner Circle, like, Santana Ortiz versus best friend, that should be fucking dope. But then again, best friends versus Hangman and Kenny would be dope.
You know what else would be dope? Fucking Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. That would be amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That shit needs to happen at Fyter Fest.
Up next, we get the main event. Technically, it wasn't the wrestling main event. It's the pep rally from the Inner Circle. Vicky Guerrero, Gretzky has a soft spot for, introduces the Inner Circle.
That popped me so much. That was so funny.
Jericho tosses the Stadium Stampede t-shirts out in the crowd. The crowd throws them back. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. Sammy then hands out participation trophies. It said King of the Dad Jokes, which I don't know. Gretzky and Jake can fight over that one. But
bro, look, I instantly thought of Jake when I saw those trophies, and I was wondering if he was watching.
Santana hands out Cholo gifts, of course, and then Mike Tyson.
Mark Anthony.
Wait, those Cholo gifs pop me because I don't know. Well, Gretzky, you've been in New York. I mean, you live in New York.
I'm pretty much in New York. I go to New York a lot. Yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah, but no, those fucking when he gave them a chopped cheese. And Excalibur was like, "You're like, I mean, yo, like that is
the fucking photo of Mark Anthony,
bruh. Look, Mangria, you don't. I mean, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know New York culture.
Nope.
Like that, but yeah, but yo, all right. So the first time I ever went to New York, I mean, all right. So, I'm a big hip hop head, and of course, like. I listen to New York rap. I listen to all kinds of rap, but New York rap, East Coast rap, fucking like the Dipset Nation, Dipset, fucking, they're all in New York, and fucking there's a skit where a motherfucker walks into a bodega and asks for a chopped cheese and a couple of Fantas, like some blunt wraps. And so like, this is back funny as shit to me because I'm like, yo, New York's bald about that chopped cheese. So of course. First time I go to New York, I walk into a bodega and I'm like, yo, let me get the chopped cheese, bro. Can I get a chopped cheese? Like, this is what me and my friends do from VA when we go to New York to hang out with our New York friends. Like, yo, take me to the bodega with the chopped cheese. Like, this is like, it's some stereotype, but we laugh at stereotypes. We laugh at racist stuff. We laugh at stereotypes, but we believe in it. So, all black people love chicken. Like, if you ever laughed thinking I'm eating chicken on the regular, sad part is I am. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I am.
I knew it.
But you can laugh at it. Yeah, but you can laugh at it. I mean, the chef laughs
as long as it's in good fun.
Yeah, it's in good fun. So I'm like, everybody from New York eats the chopped cheese. So, and then, like, so we go there, and, like, I will literally have people tag you on Instagram or DM you from when I ate my first chopped cheese in New York and tell you the whole story. And these people live in Brooklyn right now and can go to bodegas. And they will show you the bodega right now. I swear to Christ. And then like, so we like, yo, let me get the chopped cheese, bro. And he's like chopping, he's like getting it up. And then like, he was like,
I was laughing, right? And all of a sudden I hear Excalibur say that. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking great.
Yeah, the Europe is so funny because that is literally how, like,
it's New York. It's New York.
Look, it's the New York version of yo. Because, like, I know people who answer the phone who live down here in VA who will be like, you call them. And they're like, what up, cuz? Like, what you doing, bro? And, like, they live down here, bro. Like, it is funny because, like, VA, some people say people leave New York and move to VA because it's like the new New York. It's like a melting pot. It's a melting pot of, like, New York, Philly, and other, like, dumb hood shit. And, like, I ain't gonna lie, from when I was in high school and in college, I used to wear Timbs all the time. And that's what people wear in New York all the time. Like, Brisky can tell you, the hood bros wear Timbs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no doubt. 24/7.
I see him. You see more Timbs driving through a sketchy part of New York than you will see anywhere else.
Anywhere else. Yeah, it's not like Jordans. It's not Nikes. No, it's Timbs. They wear Timberlands, and they wear the crispy wheats. They wear the crispy wheats over anything. Bro, I used to have 8 pairs of crispy wheats. I used to have my really, really good pair I wear to clubs and my shit pair that I would wear every day. I used to wear Timbs all day, every day. So when that motherfucker said, yo, I got you a chopped cheese, and Excalibur was like, yerp, I paused that shit and cried for like 20 minutes. You don't understand. I was on the floor crying, laughing for 20 minutes of how like
I just skipped past that. I didn't know anything about the Cholo gift. That's pretty cool.
That was amazing.
I'm glad you explained.
Yo, that's not even.
I had no idea what the hell.
Yo, that's not even like. Yeah, that's Cholo. That's black. That's any minority. And the sad part is, it's not even minority. White people know about this shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It is so New York. It is so New York. It's not even like that shit. This is what I love about America, because that shit was beyond race. Like white people, black people, Puerto Rican people, Asian people. If you live in New York, if you live in one of the 5 boroughs, I guarantee you, if somebody said, "Let me get a chopped cheese and a Fanta," and answer the phone like "You're," I guarantee you, somebody in this, no matter what race, somebody in the state of New York gonna holler back at your ass and be like, "Yo, let me get one too, son. What you gonna do, done?"
Absolutely, it's a culture.
It's a culture. It's not even a race, bro. It's a state culture, and that's what I love about America. Like when a state is a culture, not a fucking race is a culture. It's a state is a culture. That is the beauty of America. That's what. And I fucking cried when he said that shit and Excalibur fucking popped that shit off, bro. I was literally, because I was drinking. And I put pause and I fucking cried and I fell on the floor laughing watching this shit. And I was like, I know he did not say "you're." I had to rewind that shit because I was fucking weak as shit. I had to pull some Timbs out the closet and put them on for the rest of the segment.
Well, after
get the Yankee with no brim on.
Yeah, see, the sad part is I hate the Yankees.
Tyson.
But I had the fucking Hollywood Hogan. I had the Hollywood Hogan black Yankee beanie. That was the only Yankee shit I ever bought, was the Hollywood Hogan Yankee beanie. I put that shit on with the Timbs and watched the rest of the segment. I was like, "You're," I was like, "Excalibur in this bitch. You know what time it is."
After this, Mike Tyson with his entourage come out and demands an apology.
Wait. You're skipping over the best part. Jake Hager reading a poem.
Bruh, I cried.
I'm just trying to get through this show.
No, I know, but that was great. You can't skip over the poem. And also the earmuffs that helped him with his ringing ears. Oh, man.
This whole segment was great.
The Inner Circle, like anything they do, like what there was the Bubbly Bunch, and like everything they fucking do is gold. I love these guys. I hope they stick around. Like Jake said when it first started, you're like, who are these fucking idiots? And it's just, we've grown to love them, and we've seen them develop and become the main event of APPW. Speaking of
True.
AEW.
Did I say APPW?
Yep.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I will say, though, with Mike Tyson, I'm worried about this, and I'll tell you why. It reminds me too much of what they did with Mike Tyson in WWE. I'm scared.
That's what I wrote.
I know.
I wrote, this is Austin and Tyson vibes.
The shoving, at first when they came out with the entourages, I'm like, okay, a little bit. Then the shoving and the separation, I'm like, ugh. Yeah. I also don't want to see a Mike Tyson Chris Jericho match, but like, ugh.
Exactly.
Did you guys have anything else to add to AEW? What was your favorite moment?
Yeah. I have a question for you, Mangria. Who came out with his entourage?
Mike Tyson.
Who? I'm sorry. Could you repeat that name again?
You know what? After Dynamite went off the air, I went to Mike Tyson's hotel room and I said, "Tyson, can I get some of that Iron Mike dick cheese in my sandwich, please?" And he said, "Oh yeah, of course, TC. Yeah, here's some of my TC. You have all the dick cheese you want." And I said, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" You fucking prick.
Holy shit.
It was so great.
Holy shit, man.
All right, let's get to NXT before Ceizar passes out.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
I told you I had something planned.
NXT.
Yeah, you're right.
Triple threat match kicking things off. Drake Maverick versus Kushida versus Jake Atlas with that Mongo jacket. Face versus face versus face. Drake's left arm was taped up. Kushida pins Atlas and Maverick at the same time. I thought that was impressive. What did you guys think?
I think Jake Atlas needs better music because his shit is trash. Wait, did we talk about that flip over DDT? It's called the Rainbow DDT. Did we talk about that?
Well, that looks good.
I mean, it looks good, but it's called the Rainbow DDT, and he looks a little fruit booty.
That's why I said it looks good.
Do you remember me obsessing about this guy's sexuality a couple weeks ago? And like every week we get more clues.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to bring up because I swear you brought this up before.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I literally wrote that in my notes. I was like, called Rainbow DDT. Is he really fruit booty? I swear Mangria said this. That is my exact notes.
This dude is a bowl of Fruit of the Loom, man. This motherfucker's queer. You know what? What's cool about these modern times is that it doesn't even matter anymore. Like even if he came out and said, "Hey guys, I'm gay," they wouldn't probably even mention it anymore. So.
No, Darren Young did it first. Darren Young did it first.
Yeah, because I don't care, but
yeah.
But don't call it no fruit booty shit. What you're doing, because I'm gonna try to guess.
I know he's advertising it. What's the next finisher is going to be called like the queer eye?
If it's fruit booty, then I'm fine with it. But
he's going to call it the queer eye.
Yeah.
No, it's the Eskimo kiss. The Eskimo kiss.
Oh.
It's gonna be some nose to nose. Fucking.
You too young to know about that, Bretsky.
What the fuck do you mean Eskimo kisses when you rub the fucking noses together? What the fuck are you talking about? Too young to know about that. I learned about that when I was like 5.
Okay, never mind then. Moving on.
By the way, that was a great.
Drake.
That was a great.
Great triple match. I like the sneaky finish. Drake Maverick with the win. But then now I'm thinking that he got fired all for a gimmick.
I thought that too, but from what I understand and from what I've read, the plan was initially Kushida, which is why he's getting the first shot at Maverick if he wins. But they were gonna keep, because they'd already announced him for the tournament, so they were gonna keep him in no matter what. But because of the video that he put out and because of all the support, they were like, you know what, we gotta change the plan. We gotta rehire him, because I think he was on the rehire list anyway. So I think they're just using this as the thing.
So no, I mean, if he's on the rehire list, wow, literally lit, and I'm still drinking. If he's on the rehire list, then I respect it more. And I mean, look, I understand. Yeah, get rid of Drake Maverick, but he's put on great shit. I'm sorry, that match was fucking gold. I like the sneaky win. And then the promo later where he gave props to Kushida and wants him to have the first match if he wins the gold. Thought it was good.
Yeah. Well, also, Drake Maverick needs new music. He needs new music, Drake Maverick.
I like that song.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the man?
I'm the man.
No. I like the song. I like the song. I like it.
It's Becky Lynch's song. God damn it.
No, it's way better than Jake Atlas's song.
Yeah,
that's true. That's not a fair comparison.
Dubstep.
How impressed were you guys?
Whatever, it's still better.
How impressed were you guys though when Kushida hit the jackknife pin to Atlas and then the German suplex pin to Maverick at the same time?
Oh my god, that was
at the same time. No, I wrote that down. I said bridge German double pin. The shit's lit.
That was the highlight of the match for me.
Oh yeah. But there was so much greatness in there. That was a great match. I'm happy they had that.
Now, Kushida, he hit a hell of a senton onto a standing Atlas on the outside of the ring.
Oh yeah.
It looks like he hit that fucking hard, dude.
Yeah.
And while
he looked like he hit the fucking he hit the plexiglass because you heard it fucking bang, and that shit was crazy.
And like Ceizar said, the sneaky finish was pretty creative. While Kushida had Atlas in the armbar, Drake covers Atlas for the win.
Yep.
Phantasma comes out, shakes Drake's hand. We're going to see this match next week. Do you think they should have saved it for In Your House?
Yes.
Yes, they should have saved it. Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't it kind of take the specialness out of it? Do you think fuck shit's gonna happen and they'll make it a triple threat, or do you think it's a dusty finish and they have a rematch in your house? What about Devlin?
If the fuck shit happens, yeah, that could be the only thing. Like, the fuck shit happens, or Devlin comes out and beats up both of them in the ring, and then you save the triple threat with Devlin for the real championship in your house, and then that would be really dope.
But Devlin can't go though because she's unfortunately because of the restrictions, which is the only problem.
COVID, yeah.
What if before the match starts, Phantasma gets kidnapped and someone else comes out and faces Drake for the fucking title?
That would be great too. I wouldn't mind it.
Well, after the commercial break, Kurt Angle is seen explaining the rules to Thatcher backstage as we get Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae coming out to that music that I really do like. And he starts his own invitational, the Gargano Invitational. First
I love it.
Adrian Alanis. What did you guys think of this?
Adonis.
I love this. This was great. I wrote this in my notes, especially because it's good. It's just gonna be Johnny squashing people until someone real comes out. I like it because it gets new names out there, but it also goes so well with the character that they're doing. Where he's like, "I'm giving you opportunity, see?" And he's like, "Adrian Adonis, that's impossible." Oh, Alanis, oh, what the hell? I love it. It fits great with the character. Keep it up every week for a while.
Hey, Ceizar, did you catch when Johnny took down Adrian and he looks at Candice and he goes, "Start the car."
Oh yeah.
He was gonna
So yeah. So of course, yeah. And I was like, well, my notes were, I think I got a fetish for heel WWE chicks because Candice looks real good right now, except for the hair.
Yeah, the hair's an issue.
And then I was like, yeah, the hair's an issue. But I was like, small dudes getting squashes? I kind of like this. I like that Johnny claims that he's the face of WWE, or NXT, sorry. Johnny claims he's the face of NXT, and he gets a squash. Because, of course, the number one dude would be beating everybody except, the champ. Yeah. So I like the fact that he's in the ring. He's like, yeah, you want to challenge me? He beat Dijakovic, a big name, who fought for a title, and then he's beating some regular guy. He's getting a squash. And he was trying to give him a chance, and then the regular dude got one move off on him, and then it was kind of a snap. It was kind of like, yeah, whatever, you're some guy. I take you as a joke, but the guy hit him with something, and Johnny snapped and just put him away. So I like that fact. And then I really like. I like the promo. I like the promo afterward with Keith Lee and Mia Yim.
I love that too.
Keith Lee wasn't in the fucking cadence. You know what I talk about the Keith Lee cadence?
Yeah.
It was funny because it felt like Keith Lee was being real, and it felt like Mia Yim was doing a promo. And he was like, what the fuck are you doing with that light? Why do you have that flashlight? Like that shit fucking gets to me. He's like, why do you have that flashlight? Why did you? Exactly, because he came in with the pizza, and he's like, and she was like, I literally wrote notes. And I was like, I like when people rip off promos. I was like, I like this Keith Lee version versus other Keith Lee versions and promos. And then I was like, a takeout. A takeout is a dig on Candice because Candice actually has a degree in the arts of cooking food. I don't know how the fuck you say it.
Culinary art?
Yes, there. Yeah, Candice actually has a degree. Versus me, Yim was like, I'm gonna do what Candice does. Order takeout. So that's actually a dig on the fucking real Candice. Because if you look it up, she does have a degree in that shit. Which I thought was funny. And then fucking Tegan Knox comes in, and Keith Lee's like, oh yeah, she got a key. Like, it was so fucking funny. He was kind of like, why does this bitch got a key with a pizza? And then she stole a slice. And he was like, this food ain't gonna be enough. And then he was like, with the flashlight. And then he was like, I feel dumb. And she's like, no, stare off, do the flashlight. And he's like, and then like the fucking mood changed when he stared off, and he's like, well, I'm blind now, but whatever. So
Brett,
no, like,
do you
the fact that he went wholehearted with it, I like that shit. I felt like that was the most real Keith Lee that I've seen, and every other promo of Keith Lee has been like kind of like a WWE Keith Lee, versus that was the real Keith Lee, and that's what I want to see for a promo from Keith Lee.
Well, Bretsky,
you got the floor.
Can we foresee the future here in that both of the singles matches are going to have fuck shit, meaning Candice versus Mia next week is going to have Johnny interfering, and then Keith Lee versus Johnny is going to have Candice interfering in that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it because this is the first time I'm actually excited for a mixed tag feud. Because Johnny and Candice are just fucking great. I mean, they're doing great work, doing great character work. And this promo package from Mia Yim and Keith Lee was I loved it. That was great. I agree with everything Ceizar said. It was funny. It was real. It was down to earth. It was great. I also like, and this might be surprising, but I like the fact that, and when they were being interviewed backstage, Johnny's like, and I got my match with Keith Lee at TakeOver, and Cam's like, you know what, fuck that. I'm not waiting for 2 weeks. I'm waiting until next week when I have my match. I like that idea, especially with the fuck shit. If it will probably happen and spreads it out, but also it's like, no, they're gonna fight. They don't give a shit about your pay-per-view buys. Like, they're gonna fight whenever they want to fight. So I like it. And I'm excited. I think that all these four could have actually a good mixed tag match, which is shocking. But they have a good mixed tag match as a good story. I really enjoy it. So, yeah, I like it a lot.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out next week. After this, we get what you referenced earlier, Bretsky. Drake Maverick, backstage interview, gives Kushida the first shot if he wins. The commercial break happens, and we get an Imperium promo video, which had smoke in the background for some ungodly reason. Do you guys see the Imperium being a dominant tag team like the Undisputed Era, or do you think those tag titles are coming off and going on Lorky and Birch?
No, honestly, I think those tag teams will get past Oni and Lurch. I think so. But to go back, I did like the fact that Johnny got a squash. I guess I didn't mention that. I think I kind of like it when just not big dudes get a squash, but important dudes get a squash. I mean, I know, sometimes I shit on the big guys, how they come in, they get squashes, and then they get a match. But I think I need to put the fact out there that, like, I like that how Johnny came in with a promo, said he's the new face of NXT, because he did beat Champ in that match. And then he turned heel, but that he's still getting squashes in NXT as a small guy, like, because he's just that good. But sorry, to get past that fact. I think it'll be a good match. I want to see Oni and them get a match against Imperium. I hate to see that that's their first match, because I think that Oni and them have been doing it a long time, that they should get like a tag team championship. They should get a run. And I know if they're going to be the first match against Imperium, they're probably going to lose. But I think it'll still be good. So if they build a feud out of this, where it's like maybe 2 out of 3 or something, kind of like how DIY did against the Revival, I think it'll be great. But for right now, yeah, I mean, I'm sad that they're gonna get this lost, but I think it'll be a good match.
Bretsky, any Imperium thoughts?
I mean, I'm a big Imperium fan. I think Cesaro should honestly join Imperium because he would be perfect for that stable, but that's aside from the point. But yeah, this was a good promo. These two teams had very good promos throughout the night. I honestly can't call it. I really can't call it because you could argue there'd be fuck shit from Walter, but he doesn't come to America and he can't, but he also doesn't want to. So
True.
I don't know because the promo package that they did, I don't want. What they might do is split up Birch and Lorcan, which I really don't want because they're really good together. They're a great tag team. They've always been underutilized, but I've always loved them. I remember they had a great match with like Undisputed Era back, I think, a few takeovers ago. But yeah, I really can't call it. Either way, I'm happy as long as there's a feud built out of this. Maybe Undisputed Era interferes. I can't see them really doing that much interference on a pay-per-view though. But yeah, I mean, I can't really call it. I have no idea who's going to win, at least at this juncture. We might see some new developments next week. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's good.
Well, following this up, we get Shotzi Blackheart coming out in her Power Wheels tank versus Straight Sonya, a.k.a. Raquel Gonzalez, with Dakota Kai. Dakota hijacks the tank during the match. Tegan pushes Dakota out of the tank pretty violently, if you guys remember. This is the most shocking moment of the week for me. I actually gasped like a woman in church when Shotzi did the coffin drop to Raquel on the outside, landed on her neck. I was very scared for this young woman and her health.
Yeah.
That looked fucking awful. What did you guys think of that?
You got it, Bretsky. Go ahead.
All right. Well, she posted on Instagram that she's okay. Like she implies she's okay, which I mean, good for her. Like I guess that's her kind of. I mentioned it last time. I don't understand her character. I guess she's like a punk daredevil, which okay, that's fine. Like she's really proving herself in the ring. And I guess it fits with her character where she's like, nah, it's fine. I'll be fine. I mean, maybe 10 years from now, I'll have like back issues that will cripple me, but I'll be fine now. But yeah, like the match overall was pretty good. I really, really, really like Raquel Gonzalez, not just because she's Straight Sonya, but because the women's division, at least in my opinion, in WWE, has never seen something like that, where it's like a bodyguard. It's again, like I believe they got compared and they've been told to act like Diesel and Shawn Michaels, but like, correct me if I'm wrong, the women's division in WWE, at least in recent years, has never seen something like Raquel Gonzalez, where she's like a bodyguard and like someone who like kicks ass all the time. So I feel like Raquel Gonzalez has like a big upside, especially with Dakota Kai. Yeah, it was a good match. I liked Candice coming out and interfering with Tegan Nox, trying to interfere, so that was some good continuity. Yeah, it was a good match. I hope Shotzi Blackheart's okay. If she's hurt, then I hope she gets a speedy recovery, because it looks like they're actually pushing her a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun match. Fun outside interference. Hopefully she's okay.
Well, Raquel Gonzalez does have shades of China. I do agree with you. The female bodyguard type, sort of like shades of Beth Phoenix as well, physically. But Ceizar, did you like this match? I thought it was a pretty decent match. What are your thoughts? What are your notes on this?
I mean, this motherfucking Bresky reading my fucking mind. Like, I was thinking the same thing. Like bodyguard Diesel to Shawn Michaels. Like somebody in the background who has talent, but could be a main event star on their own at fucking one point. Like, because we know Dakota Kai can go, and she can have on her own face or heel, and then she's got this bitch Raquel who's like doing work. But then again, when Shotzi did that coffin drop, I was like, this bitch is dead. And the only thing that popped in my mind was that promo from 2 weeks, from a week ago, where she's like, crunch, crush your makeup, Chelsea Green. I was like, crunch, crush your spinal cord, Shotzi Blackheart. Like, you fucking done. And I was like, yo, bitch, like, nobody caught you. Your shit is fucking done. Like, you shouldn't be hitting them Darby Allin shits, because, first of all, Darby Allin's fucking crazy. He's a white man in his 20s and 30s. He's crazy. Don't give a fuck. You some mixed bitch trying to get money every week. Like, you shouldn't be hitting them coffin drops. First note I wrote down is that damn tank, and then I was like, why is Dakota still in the goddamn tank? I like the continuity that Tegan was the pizza delivery driver who had, like, this bitch got a key. Like Keith Lee said, why does this bitch got a key? And he dropped off the pizza and then came out there to try to interact with Dakota Kai. And then Candace came out to, oh, yeah, if you want to be a part of a promo talking shit, then I'm going to fuck with you. So I kind of like that fact that they're trying to keep it separate. So I feel like Candace and Tegan are probably going to fight next week, which will lead to the Indian house.
Next week is Candace and Mia Yim.
Wait, it is, even though that Tegan came out. So I feel like Tegan might come out. So I feel like Tegan might come out with Mia Yim.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all connected. Even though I think I would have liked Candace and Tegan next week versus, and then in your house, Candace versus Mia Yim single. But I mean, if you want to throw the, mixed tag fuck shit, you can do that shit too. But no, I mean, if it's gonna be if they're gonna fight next week, yeah, that's right. You're right. Candace did say that. So if you want to pop off next week, pop off next week. I mean, I'm fine with it. But I thought Shotsky like broke her fucking back trying to hit that coffin drop on some fuck shit. And that's all I thought was her promo where she was like, crunch, break. And I was like, nah, bitch, your shit's broke. And that's some real, I mean, those are the breaks. I mean, I don't know, kid. You want to hit a coffin drop, that's what happens when you hit a coffin drop. And bitches don't catch you. You fucking smack your shit on the ground. So that's where I was at.
Well, after this matchup, we get a Damian Priest Finn Balor video package. Very well done. What do you guys think about this feud? Is it good for Finn or better for Damian?
I like it. I mean, it's gonna be a fucking great match, but no matter what. But I like it because I think we were talking about it last time, is that why is Finn face now? But he's not. Like, he's still saying you're gonna get the Prince. So I feel like it's more of a young heel trying to make a name for himself on the old grizzled heel, or like maybe Finn's more of a tweener. So I like it. I'm really excited. The video package was fucking phenomenal, per usual with WWE. They have great video production. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I'm excited for the match. I think it's going to do wonders for Damian Priest. And I feel like it could also kind of rejuvenate Finn a little bit, because he's kind of been scuffling a little bit ever since the fight with Riddle. He's kind of been scuffling a little bit because of other stuff. But yeah, I feel like this could definitely rejuvenate Finn. It could do wonders for Damian Priest. So I like it. I'm very excited for it.
Ceizar, thoughts?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thoughts. It's basically two heels. Like, I mean, the way I see it is everybody keeps mentioning Finn Balor as like the first NXT champion. He was the longest reigning NXT champion until Adam Cole. He's the first undisputed champion. So like in NXT, they keep mentioning the accolades of Finn Balor. And then so Damian Priest is a guy who wants an accolade with his name, so his name can live forever. So I think that's the purpose of the match. Like, if I beat one of the legends of NXT, because Finn Balor's not on the main show anymore, he's in NXT. If I beat one of the first legends of NXT, if I beat a current legend in the WWE, if I beat this guy, then yeah, my name lives on forever, which I feel like that's great going along with his name for his promos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He can add that to his promos and to his name. So I feel like that's great. But yeah, Finn Balor isn't like the face of this. It's just that people like Finn Balor because he's a great wrestler. And Finn Balor's like, no, fuck you, bitch. Just because you hit me with a knee versus some whack ass bitch named Grimes, like, I'm gonna fucking stomp you out. Do you not know who I am? I'm fucking Finn Balor. I'm the fucking prince. I fucking murk motherfuckers in this ring, 1-on-1. If you want to get in this ring, you get murked too. So that's why I feel like where the static is, and I think it will be a great match for. I mean, even if Damian Priest loses, he's got to take Finn like to the limit. You know what I'm saying? Like hopefully he takes Finn to the fucking limit, like the absolute limit that Finn would cheat. I feel like if this match is really going to get over, I would like this match where Finn steals the nightstick and hits Damian in the leg to knock him down, and then climb up, do the coup de grace, and then hit the 1916. In a perfect world, if Finn cheats to win this match, then that gives Damian Priest like the praise that Finn had to cheat to beat him, because like he was like, oh yeah, this guy who's a legend in NXT had to cheat to beat me, versus I was gonna beat him straight up because my name should live forever. Like that's how I feel like it should go down for the pay-per-view. But no, it should be great either way.
Hey guys, I gotta go. We got the other half of NXT to break down. I don't know if you want to do that tomorrow or not, but I gotta go right now. So go ahead and get your plugs in. Brett, go ahead and plug the full podcast.
If you want to follow me personally, you can go at the Great Bretsky99 on Instagram. I also have my own podcast. It's the Faux Pod. We're available on a bunch of different platforms, Spotify and Google Podcasts, and Anchor most notably. If you want to follow the podcast on Instagram, that's at thefaupod.cast. Hopefully you enjoy.
Ceizar, any plugs?
I ain't got no plugs. Just, I'm on Instagram, Julius_Ceizar. I post memes and dumb shit. Working on some other shit. And when it pops out, I'll let you guys know.
Hail Ceizar will return with Bretsky's 2 cents. So it's going to be Hail Ceizar, Bretsky's 2 cents in the future. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for listening. And until next time, all hail the Tripod Sessions.